Hey y'all, what's up? It's Lisa Blonay, and I'm back with another video. Thank you guys for tapping into Blonay Media. You guys, let's go ahead and get into this now. If y'all ain't heard, and I was just asking yesterday, where is Junior? Well, we really want to know how's Junior, but I also was asking where is Junior, and I think that Junior has been spotted in church, okay, with his aunt Tessa and his mom, and I'm going to go ahead and get into that. Okay, now I Junior was spotted at church. Now I think this was about 2 days ago. I mean, I think this was just the last Sunday that just passed. Okay, it said it was posted 2 days ago, and the person that posted it said it was like a photo dump, whatever. So they put it out there. I wanted you guys to see this. Okay, now I'm not too sure if this was from just this past Sunday, but it's good to see Junior. Okay, I see that she is out there with her sister Tessa, and I think that her one of Tessa's kids that are with her. I'm gonna bring up the picture so you guys can see. All right, hold on, y'all. Thank you guys so much for tapping in. I will be in the chat, you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Now, I also wanted to ask you guys just flat out, right? Does Chrisean Jr. really have as much medical needs as we think he does? Are we like blowing this out of proportion? Maybe we're wrong, right? Because we have known that people have said that he has club feet, okay? And I came across this video, and all I want to say before we get into this is that if he does, whether we're right, whether we're wrong, if he does, this video shows us exactly what should be happening, all right, in Junior's life. Okay, I can definitely bank on that. Okay, so we're going to get into that too as well. But let me go ahead and show you guys the video I'm talking about. Hold on, y'all. Let's go ahead and go over here. Now, you guys go ahead and take a look at this video. Now, as I said, it says loading some old videos from my phone that were on the last group that got deleted. So they'll be on here. So somebody either at this church, and that's what I wanted to get into that too. But let me show you this first. Like, who is this that's posting this? Is it a member of the church? Or, and I was just thinking in my head, who would be like, oh, I'm just going to go to this church so I could see if I could see Chrisean and get some footage. But wait a minute, that's not so far fetched, is it? I really think somebody might do that. Okay. Let's just say it's a church member. Okay. It can't be one of us, right? You'd actually have to go to the church to be able to get this footage in the first damn place. Now, how many hands it goes through, I don't know. Right? But let's get into this video and then we'll talk.
So I got a quiz for you before you're allowed to have your seats. Turn to your neighbor and say, I can't stand pop quizzes. I can't. When do you have what you've prayed for? You see, I'm hearing all different kind of answers. I asked y'all a question, and there's only one answer. I asked you one simple question. I said, when do you have what you have prayed for? When you pray. He said, believe that you receive when you pray, and you shall have them. You don't get it when it shows up. You get it when you pray. Are you understanding what I'm saying to you? Talk back to me. I say, are you understanding these words that are coming out? Say, I get it when I believe, I receive, then I shall have them. Well, why are you asking God how long is it going to take? It's obvious you're contradicting what you say you know. And a lot of times people think they're in faith when they're not.
But this is the video, you guys. All right, hold on. She's in the front row. Okay. You know, some of that is attention. You know what I'm saying? She always got to be sitting in the front row. Yeah, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it, but look how close they are. Like, girl, right? So I know everybody is seeing, you know, she's right there. You gotta look at her. Wait a minute. This ain't even funny. I'm just looking at this still shot right here. You gotta damn near look at her to look at him. So I know these people is seeing it. Period. Are they seeing what we see though? Is that a valid question? I mean, I ain't even supposed to be talking in this part of the video, but this still shot, just you gotta damn near be looking at her and Junior to see him. What? Anyways, we see Junior. Okay, he's in church. Like I said, this is a recent video. All right. But look at where she is. Like, you don't think these people see what we see? Are they robots? Because for the life of me, like, I'm looking at this recent sighting of Junior, and his aunt Tessa. You see Chrisean, but I'm scanning the room and I'm looking at this right here, and I'm looking at the church crowd, the spectators, the onlookers. And I have one question: do they see what we see? Or are they choosing to look past him? I'm just wondering. You see the freeze frame. That says 1,000 words to me. Right? Now, before this turns into you're attacking the church, pause. This is not about tearing down faith. It's about asking why in spaces that claim to protect the vulnerable, right? People seem comfortable ignoring visible concern. At the bare minimum, there has to be visible concern. Like if you were in this church right now, as we can see, we're not even in the church. And just think of the people that know what's going on, like follow this on the internet or follow this on Instagram, or you know what I'm saying? It's all over. You don't really have to come to YouTube to be a part of the circus that it once was, right? Remember, this she was involved in something that we called the circus. Yes. We just minusing Blueface right now, right? And we still getting a dose of him over there. Okay? His train wreck ain't stopped either. But I'm just saying, y'all. I'm just saying. When you're in a room full of adults, like churchgoers, like leaders, supporters, and a child appears to be in need with like extra care, like we say, special needs, attention, I don't know. Shouldn't that trigger something? Are we just all just trained to mind our own business, maybe? You know? I don't know. Maybe it's society. Maybe we should look at each individual. Maybe we should look at them as a whole. But let's just look like ain't nothing we can do about it, right? But am I tripping? Now, let me go ahead and show you guys this because hold on. Maybe we're just all trained just to mind our own business. Maybe that's what we're looking at. But who knows? Maybe there's a few shoulder tappers in there. She just don't listen because you know she don't listen to nobody. Right? Maybe. And maybe the preacher done reached out. We don't know. Right? I don't know, y'all. Let me play this one more time. Let me play this video for y'all. I want you guys to just like look at the big picture, right? And mind you, before I even push play, mind you that a sermon, like a church service, is almost like what, 2 hours? 2.5 hours, right? That a child has to sit up in church. I mean, I know that when we were, growing up and stuff, of course we had to sit, or sometimes we would go to the Sunday school school for church for kids, right? Where you get dropped off and then they go to the adult church part. Or sometimes you would go to the adult church part, right? Because there wasn't always like kids, sometimes you just sat in church. Okay. So I'm not saying that's out of the ordinary. What I'm saying is that's how long he's sitting there. Remember, he crawling on the ground, squirming, whatever. Like, it seems like she's like constantly tussling with him and like that. Y'all don't see that? I don't know, y'all. Now, let me play this video for y'all one more time, and then I'm going to the chat, y'all.
When do you have what you've prayed for? You see, I'm hearing all different kind of answers. I asked y'all a question, and there's only one answer.
Hear me? I bet you she stayed blurting out. I bet you know how sometimes a preacher asks rhetorical questions because he's trying to like get the message out. I bet she be up there answering every question. It's the attention for me. It's not necessarily anything else. Because I can't tell nobody how to praise God and how to be in church. I'm just making an observation, right? And you know those type of people that be in church and then the preacher be preaching, but it really be like a rhetorical question, but they'd be right there, yeah, take it to the head. Like you'd be like, oh my God. Oh God. All right, y'all. Let me let y'all hear.
You see, I'm hearing all different kind of answers. I asked y'all a question, and there's only one answer. I asked you one simple question. I said, when do you have what you have prayed for?
Now, we're not going to skip up what she said, Miss Holier, now. He asked, when do you know that you have what you prayed for? She said, wait a minute. She said, as soon as you pray. Wait a minute. Hold on. Watch. I gotta rewind it now. What does he say?
And there's only one answer. I asked you one simple question. I said, when do you have what you have prayed for? When you pray. He said,
Girl, wait a minute, hold on. What did he say?
I said, when do you have what you have prayed for? When you pray. He said, believe that you receive when you.
He said, when do you know that you have what you have prayed for? Chrisean said, when you pray. That's exactly what she thinks. Whenever she prays, she believes that she has what she asked for. She ain't lying. Because that's exactly how she acts. When she be exacting justice and karma and threats and all that, when she be doing all that with conviction, as a matter of fact, she'll do this shit herself. Yeah. she really believed it. Now, this ain't no laughing matter, but y'all, wait a minute. Just really listen. Okay? This is what he nurturing. Girl. One more time now. I'm gonna let y'all hear it.
I asked you one simple question. I said, when do you have what you have prayed for? When you pray. He said, believe that you receive when you pray, and you shall have them. You don't get it when it shows up. You get it when you pray. Are you understanding what I'm saying to you? Talk back to me. I say, are you understanding these words that are coming on? Say, I get it when I believe, I receive, then I shall have them. Well, why are you asking God how long is it going to take? It's obvious you're contradicting what you say you know. And a lot of times people think they're in faith when they're not.
Now, you guys heard that. Okay? And the question is, hold on, y'all. That looked like them ladies that was there. Oh no. Maybe not. Maybe not. Now, the question is has Junior progressed any? Has he gotten the help that he's needed? Because the thing with us is that it's not going to change. You understand what I'm saying? The same help we thought he needed last week, 2 weeks ago, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 months ago is going to be the same today. Right? And I don't think so. Now, like I said, I don't follow her hand and foot. I'm not following her on Snapchat. Sometimes I'll catch her on TikTok. I think I got my notifications on. Right? I haven't seen a lot of her on the streets lately. Besides the boxing talk, and she put out that creepy kind of video, that like promo video for her boxing. Um, you know, I was just looking for Junior in the gym. I was scanning the gym while I was looking at the videos yesterday. While we was on live, we was looking to see if Junior was around. We was kind of happy he wasn't. But then, you know what I'm saying? We straddling the fence because we need to see him, and we're just like back and forth with it. You feel me? So it's good to see that we see him in church. Now, let me go and show y'all. And I don't know if this was this past Sunday. I think, but let's go ahead and look because Tessa was also there. Hold on, y'all. I just wanted to show you this video. Is this the one? Okay, hold on. Let me go up a little bit. Make sure you guys can see this. Smash that like button, you guys. Share out this live. If you guys are into commentary, true crimes, the culture, the latest messy on these social media streets, make sure you subscribe, okay? Now I'm going to assume that she is still getting ready for her boxing match and staying on a rigorous schedule. I don't really know. I know that she received some flowers lately. I think we're going to get into that over on IG. But first, let me show you Tessa.
She can stop the enemy, and no weapon.
Okay. So on this one, it says, I guess she brought Tessa to church with her to watch Junior because he's not sitting with her. And of course, she won't sit where the rest of the choir sits, which is in the little balcony above the stage. She's got to be front row near the pastor's wife. Okay. It's a little T. Clock it. All right. Now, I guess right here, she's sitting next to the pastor's wife. Let's blow it up a little bit. Is that the pastor? I know them people behind us like, girl, please. Okay, so I guess she's sitting with the pastor's wife. There she go right there. Or whoever, wherever. All right, so that's where she at. Now, this is the picture. Let me go. All right, so this is on Tessa's page. And there they are, y'all. This was posted 22 hours ago. So I don't know. I'm assuming that this was Sunday church. This past Sunday. I don't know. It doesn't matter. They're at church. One good Sunday. Hopefully, I'm bringing y'all the latest. But y'all know I like to take y'all back to the hood like K-Swiss. So, no. But I think this is recently. For real, for real. Definitely. There's Tessa. There's Chrisean. Girl, we ain't even got to go back. I just did a whole live on Tessa. You already know what I think. I'm not here to really talk about just running into the ground like that. You know what I'm saying? I already know it is what it is. Anybody that will strip naked in front of the police and then get their hair done the next day and brag about putting their coochie in their face, should I have to say more or not? Okay. Anyways, there she go with her and her sister. All right. I wonder why Tareen called her the looniest one. No, I'm always going to wonder that. And I'm going to always wonder if it's true what Ronnie said happened to her son and her almost biting his nose off. That's serious. She said he took skin off his nose. So, if I had to look up her record of what I've seen her do, I kind of believe it. Yeah. Yeah. Right? So, anyways, that's them at church. I don't know who that is in the background. They love them Tims, don't they? Chrisean Jr. wear his every other day. Big old clunky shoes. That's why I'm asking y'all: does he got club feet? Because if he do, he's in excruciating pain. If she trying to put regular shoes, just know that. I don't care how cute it look. I don't care how many Sundays pass, and we ain't seen no change. Maybe we got to start singing black hymns about a change gonna come. I better stop playing with God. I'm just playing. I'm just kidding, y'all. But Chrisean Jr. wear them damn shoes in his size every other day. What is it about them damn? Throw them damn shoes in the trash, okay? Hers and Junior's. Well, at least Junior's. We don't care about hers, really. Hers just remind us of Junior's. She can keep hers. Throw Junior's out in the trash. Because you want to know why? I found this video. Let me show y'all. Is there one more picture? I'm going to show y'all this video that I found that talks on club feet. And if he do got it, this is what's supposed to be done, and it ain't being done. Now, we could be wrong. But if we right, I'm going to show y'all what's supposed to be done, been done. Okay? There they are right there. I think this is Tessa's child, right? This is the one that has the scar on the nose. You just can't see it. Maybe not, because I don't know. But I would assume that this is Tessa's child. But I don't know. It could be somebody else's child. It may not even be a child. It might be a young adult. I don't know. But this is the family. I know this is Tessa. I know it's Chrisean. I'm not too sure who that is, but I'm just guessing. Y'all probably know. It's on Tessa's page, so, Anyways, y'all. Let me see what y'all are saying in the chat before I go to the next video, because this just makes me think. This is what where the urgency is coming from. But let me see what y'all are saying in the chat. Hold on. Thank you guys for tapping in. What? Yeah, see, some people know. Now, what I was saying was, I know there's like people, there are professionals that are on the internet. They don't live in a bubble. Don't y'all know some nurses like, yeah, my sister's a nurse. She's been a nurse for 6 years. Okay. That's, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's professionals out there. Do your sister be on Instagram and like TikTok and shit? Yeah, she's 23. Yeah, of course. You know what I'm saying? Like, now a judge, maybe, okay. I get it. But like, come on now. Medical professional? There's even doctors that have like TikToks, right? Because the profession is not only so advanced, but it gets younger and younger. Like, that's like the norm. Hold on, y'all. So let me see what you guys are saying. Hold on. Somebody said he absolutely has club feet. Have you not seen them? Yes, I have. I have seen them. And I'm thinking that he does, but I'm just posing the question. You know what I'm saying? How people say, well, you don't know, you don't know for sure. You don't know this child. Well, that's true. Well, you don't know for sure. Well, that's true. Well, you're not a doctor. Well, that's true. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just posing the question like, I mean, I believe that he does. Absolutely. But, with all those things being true against stacked against me, I got to bring it to my peeps. I got to bring it to the streets. And I'm seeing that you guys are like, yes, yes, girl, duh. Knock me, duh. You say, yeah, but Ronnie was manipulated by Chrisean. Also, he took an M charge for her. If it wasn't until the end when it wasn't about her, he paid for it. Yeah, exactly. Yep. Yep. Junior is such a cutie and he is trying on his own. Yeah. And I think on one of the videos, I don't know if it's going to be one that we see, somebody said that he was pulling his hair out. Did you guys hear that? Or remember that? I don't know. It was definitely on an audio. Now, I don't know if it's true or not, but sometimes I look at the hair pattern that Junior has, and it looked like maybe, what I'm saying, that could be true. My cousin had a club foot and had to get surgery. Yeah, exactly. Let me show you this video, y'all. Chrisean had, don't say that word, y'all. I can't put that word up there. Y'all misspelled keep it YouTube friendly, you guys, in the chat. Try to keep it YouTube friendly in the chat, y'all. Misspell inappropriate words. Let me put that up. No bad words. Stay on topic. No content creators in the chat. No pow emoji. No links. No soliciting. No promo. No blatant racism. Thanks for watching. So I'll put that up there. Yeah, y'all gotta misspell the words. No biggie though. I'm just letting y'all know. Let me show you guys this video. Hold on. So yeah, that's who came to church with her. She supposed to be in the choir, girl. You supposed to be as a team, as one, up in the balcony, sitting with the. Wait a minute. Let me let y'all know. Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me let y'all know how I know she getting on their nerves. Let me show y'all how I know she getting on their nerves. Okay. Where is it? Why doesn't this video want to come up? I've been trying to bring this video up for the longest. Like, hold on, y'all. This is how I know, and I'm about to show y'all right now how I know that she be getting on their nerves, okay? Not that I needed any proof, and not that you need any proof either, but I'm about to show y'all anyway. I wonder why it won't come up. Oh, here it comes. And you're welcome, okay? Money Monday. I don't know, but these women were not feeling Chrisean today at church.
Motivational Sunday.
Motivational money.
I don't know, but these women were not feeling Chrisean today at church.
Motivational Sunday.
Motivational money.
Did it look like she was getting on their nerves or no? Did you hear that preacher say motivational money? I know y'all. I love playing this video, so I know y'all done heard it. I know you heard that man say, that man of God say, turn motivational Monday into motivational money right before our very damn eyes, all in the office recording. Okay, tell me you didn't hear that. That ain't all right. That's an indication of money before God. Did you hear that? You put the money before the motivation.
Motivational Sunday.
Motivational money.
Do you see that? Motivational money. And you wondering why we questioning this. Huh? What? And you mad at us for questioning? We questioning it? Like broski. Is this the only reason why y'all putting up with this effery? Is this the reason, sir? Because we would like to know before we get into the proper procedures that Chrisean Jr. needs. Right? I don't know. You know, now that she is in the choir, that means more services, more appearances, more time in public settings. And naturally, that means Junior will be there too. Here's the issue. When a child is constantly transported, constantly in different environments, constantly on display, people are going to question whether, his needs are centered. That's not hate. That's observation. Just like what we're looking at now. This is observation. We didn't tell this man to say this shit. He done started his own TikTok for God's sakes. He ain't that, he don't know about the internet. The hell he don't. I just seen that man brand new TikTok. Observation. Now let me be clear. We cannot claim really anything, right? We don't have proof of that. Making accusations like that without evidence crosses the line, okay? Because remember when people were saying that she was giving adult medication to Chrisean Jr., and I'm not doubting that the internet sleuths did their work. By no means. Kudos to you. But I'm just saying when it comes to things like that, right? But people are reacting to what we're reacting to is what looks like a child who isn't thriving the way he should. I hope that resonates, like gets through, right? And that's what sparks the concern. What blows my mind is the silence in the church environment. You got nurses like all over, not just in the church, on the internet. You got nurses, you got teachers, social workers, mothers, grandmothers, people who know what developmental milestones look like. Duh. So when people say y'all are reaching, I ask again, are you seeing him or just seeing her? Because I think that's a lot of times people that rock with her only see her. Chrisean Jr. is probably an afterthought. I don't know if that makes sense. Are they prioritizing her redemption arc over his well-being? Because those are two different things, right? You know, let's go ahead and get into this because I wanted to show you guys, and it's right here on the same thread, right? Hold on, guys. It's right here on this same thread. Let me pull this back up and take down Money Mike. Let me take down Pimp Money Mike. I mean Pastor Money Mike. Bye, Pimp Money. Pastor Money Mike. Bye. See you later. Okay, hold on. Now, let me show y'all. We're going to get back to that. Let's see. Okay, so that's the post I just showed you. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. It's coming up. Let me see. I hope I didn't pass it up already. Oh, this is Chrisean Jr. in church where his shoes are kicked off. Okay. I wanted to show you guys this video too. We're on our way to the video that I wanted to show you about the procedure for the club feet and what should be happening with Junior. But since we're here, it's just 12 seconds. Watch. Is it gonna play? Oh no, it's not. It's not a video. It's just. Oh no, hold on. I think it's just a picture. I thought this was a video. Oh, it is a video. Hold on. Watch Junior kick his shoes off. What? Why won't this play? Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to make it play, but it won't play. What in the fudge? Okay, hold on, y'all. Let me pull it back up. Now, like I said, a lot of y'all know what y'all talking about. Okay, a lot of y'all know what y'all talking about. I ain't even gonna front. I ain't even gonna front. So you gonna definitely agree with me when I show y'all this video, because this is what's supposed to be happening with Junior. One of the plethora of things that should be happening with Junior, right? Because remember, the medical leak, not only the medical leak that happened almost a year ago, but the recent one that Sean Davy Wade covered, the medical leak. All right? You're going to go down that rabbit hole with me, at least for a little bit. But first, hold on. Let me see if it's going to be on here. Okay, here it goes, y'all. Let's go ahead and get into this, okay? Now remember, whether he needs it or not, this is what should be going on, and this is what's not going on. And this is what we have a problem with. If anybody ever wanted to ask why we have a problem, this is why. Okay? Now it's going to be your job to prove us wrong in saying that this child, this toddler, has club feet without us being medical doctors. Okay? Because there are professionals out there that are speaking up. And those are the voices I'm talking about, not me. It's like, well, you're not a medical. Well, I'm not. But Sarah sure in the fuck is. Okay? Coco Brown in the motherfucking chat show is. She just got off a 12-hour shift. She a motherfucking nurse. Oh. So that's how we gonna do that. Okay? Hold on, y'all. Let me bring this up. Okay, you guys go ahead and take a look at this.
Is a genetic deformity that babies are born with. Whether one foot or both feet are involved, there is a good treatment for it. Ponseti treatment has been the gold standard when it comes to clubfoot treatment. Starting on week 2, series of casting is done every week. On weekly basis, we stretch the foot from inward to outward and cast it in that position. On week 8 through 10, the Achilles tendon is released in a minimally invasive fashion. The foot is pushed up and a final cast is applied. After the final cast comes off, patient goes into shoes and bars, which will prevent the relapse. Clubfoot is
Okay, so y'all saw that, right? Y'all saw that, right? That is procedure. So was this is what's supposed to happen if you have that, right? So this is what Junior will probably have to go through. I'm just saying it could have been done so much longer ago. That's all. You know what I'm saying? And it's that neglect that makes us frustrated, infuriated, right? Somebody said, here comes the unstable creatures in the chat. I mean, nobody is hating on Rock. We just want what's right. Never a hater. Yeah, we're not. We're definitely not. But I have to speak the truth. I don't know what's wrong with y'all. That's crazy. But there are so many cautionary tales, right? Now, remember I said there were like nurses and things like that? I want you guys to hear this person speak, okay? Hold on, y'all. But this is what's supposed to be happening. This is what's supposed to be happening, y'all.
Is a genetic deformity that babies are born with. Whether one foot or both feet are involved, there is a good treatment for it. Ponseti treatment has been the gold standard when it comes to clubfoot treatment.
Now, when we see Junior like this, then we know there's been some progress made. Okay? We will know that there's been some progress made. Because that's one of the main things that needs to be done so that he can get upright and get to walk and get to being able to walk, right? There's a lot of procedure and recovery that comes along with the head start that Junior needs. But that's what we want. We want to get the head start started so that it can be over with. How can it be over with and he can get better and better if you don't start somewhere? And the later you start, the worse it is. I don't understand why that's such a bad thing and why people don't see that. Because if you really did love Chrisean or like Chrisean or want to rock with Chrisean, you would want what's best for her. And maybe she doesn't know what that is. Like, especially if you're older than her. I can understand maybe if you're her peer and you see things her way or whatever, it still rubs me the wrong way. But I would kind of understand it more. But most of y'all is grown. That means way older than 25 years old, which is still young as fuck. So spare me. Spare me. But anyways, let me keep going, y'all, so we can go to the next video.
Starting on week 2, series of casting is done every week. On weekly basis, we stretch the foot from inward to outward and cast it in that position. On week 8 through 10, the Achilles tendon is released in a minimally invasive fashion. The foot is pushed up and a final cast is applied. After the final cast comes off, patient goes into shoes and bars, which will prevent the relapse. Clubfoot is
Okay, so y'all saw that. And yeah, we are far from that, y'all. We are far from that. We are far from that. Yes, that's Tessa's son. Okay. You said I dealt with my grandmother and an aunt. We call it a sundowner, not easy in my prayers. God is the truth. Thank you. Yes, lady. God will never punish the truth tellers, but the world will. Yeah. Yes. Never that. Never that. All right, y'all. Hold on so I can pull this up. And I want you to hear what this woman has to say, okay? It's going to give us a little insight. And it's more than I can say speaking medically, okay? I've worked with children, but I've never worked in the medical field at all. I'm an empath, so I'm an empathetic person, maybe overly empathetic, but that's about it, right? And my instinct, common sense, book knowledge, street knowledge, the duh factor, like being in tune to, you know, hold on. Let me pull this up. Yeah, nothing special. All right. Now, I want you guys to go ahead and hear this on what is medical neglect so we can hear it from someone who knows way more than we do. Okay? You guys go ahead and take a listen.
like Chrisean Jr.'s. And it does not take an expert in medicine with children who have been medically fragile. I've worked in medical social work. I've done policy work for children who are facing these particular vulnerabilities. I've also been trained in mandated reporting. And I have experience working with court involved families who are dealing directly with CPS or hospitals and medical neglect teams that review cases just like Chrisean Jr.'s. And it does not take an expert in medicine to see that he has disabling conditions. And now, with what's currently going on, I think it's important for people to understand what exactly is the cause of his mother evading accountability on all levels at this point. If we're really going to take a look at what medical neglect really is, it really comes down to basically you as a parent or caregiver not really having the intent to provide necessary medical care that is going to result in three different things that make it medical neglect. One result is it's resulting in harm. Number two is there's a risk of harm. And three, it's worsening a condition that was already there. It's worsening the child's condition. That's three ways that the law says medical neglect can be recurring and why it is considered that when you don't get medical treatment and it is a result in those three areas. So what does that actually look like? That could look like a parent or caregiver failing to seek medical care when a child is visibly ill or injured. We've seen that, Vice, when your child really needs treatment. That could be delaying treatment. Um, and when I say delaying treatment, in a way that a reasonable caregiver or parent would pursue. You're refusing treatment when you know it's necessary to prevent serious harm or death. When you're withholding medication or therapies that could really help your child's condition and heal them. Or it's like failing to follow up when there's known medical conditions.
conditions. The only people who don't know is the people that support her blindly. The people that come in here, no, stop talking about Chrisean. Those people. Because guess what? Chrisean knows what we know. She knows her medical condition. She knows everything that's on her medical record as well. She just chooses to downplay it or ignore it or act like it didn't happen or even lie about it. Okay? And we have that paper trail. We have that.
that need following up. And so now let's look at how child welfare laws stand throughout the whole entire United States on a national level. Because across all of the states, there's a principal law when it comes to medical neglect. And that is parents' rights are not absolute. Parents' right don't trump everything. Children, minors, babies, have independent rights to medical care and treatment. It is a right. It doesn't matter if you're a mom, that you know what's best for your child. They have a right to medical treatment. And that is from the Child Abuse Prevention and Treatment Act, CAPTA, that was passed in 1963. The state has the authority through this law to intervene because of the best interest of the child that's involved. If a child is being harmed for medical neglect or being placed at serious risk, the state has grounds to do what they need to do to intervene. The same thing applies to the laws in Maryland. And we're looking at family law codes, looking at how they look at things, right? And we're going to dig a little bit deeper because one thing I want to point out is that the primary caregiver of Chrisean Jr. right now is stating that they believe that their religious faith and prayer will heal Chrisean Jr. And I think that is great that there's a foundation of faith to take care of things. However, for those who are familiar with the Bible, it also says you have to come halfway. You have to put in work, right? You have to put in work. You have to make sure you're doing everything possible as a caregiver for your child when they are in need of medical treatment, and while also relying on your faith and your religious foundation. In the state of Maryland, it is considered medical neglect when there's a failure to seek medical treatment that places your child at a risk of harm, when there's a failure to follow up on medically necessary care, when there's a failure to provide adequate health care for a serious health condition. It is against the law. Even furthermore, when it comes to your religious faith, Maryland courts have ruled that religious belief does not excuse medical neglect. CPS can still file a CINA, which is a child in need of assistance. They can intervene and seek the medical treatment themselves. And courts can literally order that medical treatment over what the parent thinks, over their rights, because these things can be life or death. I have offered solutions in my previous videos regarding Chrisean Jr., and I'm going to say it again here. I hope that Chrisean can get to a place where she's able to receive help and be open to people helping her son. This is not about her. This is about Chrisean Jr. It was revealed and allegedly confirmed that he did not have reconstructive surgery after he had his hernia removed. And right now, he's deformed in a very sensitive area, and it's preventing him from urinating properly, risking him having to maybe use a catheter for the rest of his life. There's a lot of conditions this child is facing, and he's nonverbal and cannot say, I'm in pain. He cannot say, I am uncomfortable. He cannot say, that hurts. He cannot say, I need help. That is why many of us are advocating for his safety and well being. Chrisean can do the right thing. She can hand her baby over temporarily to her family, people who love him and want to see him do well. I know her older sisters do, and we need to lay off them as well because they're trying the best they can, but they're also risking their own children with child welfare involvement. With this being such a severe case of medical neglect, I don't know how she can avoid CPS at this point, even though it's still ideal for Chrisean Jr. to not go into the system. There are services here. You as a family can figure this out. Have him stay in Baltimore, no more traveling, have him have a permanent address, temporary guardianship. Chrisean, go do your boxing, go on baddies, do whatever you got to do. Give temporary legal guardianship to your sisters and your family. Let him start his therapies. Let him get the help he needs, and you can still do your thing. You can still do your thing. People do this all the time. It's okay if you're not able to parent. It's okay to ask for help. It is okay. Love him. Get your stuff together and come back. And you both can continue healing together. Not only that, it's good to act now of the systems really getting him. We don't want that either. We don't want him snatched. You can control this still with your family being involved and y'all just doing this together. Go to probate court and get this done. Let's have conversations and figure out how you can work as a team. You have to unlearn. You can believe God can heal your child, and you can also seek him medical treatment. It doesn't have to be one way or the other. I'm a licensed therapist. That is called cognitive distortion, when you have all or nothing thinking. You think it's either this or nothing, this or nothing. Things can happen at once. You can still hold on to your faith while seeking medical treatment. God gave people skills and talents. There's doctors who are Christians. There are medical professionals who actively believe in Jesus and God. Reframe your thinking around how you are treating your son and how he needs to get help. How much longer are we going to watch him deteriorate on a public platform on a daily or weekly basis? He's going to be 2.5. As he gets older, it's harder to mask what's going on with him. He can't sit still forever. He wants to move. He wants to walk. He wants to talk. I am offering myself as assistance to this family with consultation, guidance, however you need to make sure this kid is okay. I'm offering that at this point. It's not about no one's feelings, it's about him.
Okay, so you heard what she had to say. You heard her professional take on things. And I absolutely agree with this woman. Chrisean has an all or nothing type attitude, right? I think it has a lot to do with other things too. Okay, I think there are mental issues, there may be even substance issues, but I feel there's a combination of it. But overall, she does have that all or nothing thinking. And it boils down to either it's my way or the highway. And we've seen that in a lot of her personal relationships that she has displayed online. Her relationships between people, right? It's either her way or the highway. And we see that Chrisean Jr. wants to walk, he wants to talk. We see him constantly moving as she's sitting in church, like, and we know that if he does have cerebral palsy, if he does have seizures, spastic seizures, if he does have all of these things that are hindering him and need medical attention, if we are to believe this, right? Remember? Remember this? Yeah. So, like I said, she has to be open to helping her son. And somebody in the chat was like, it doesn't even help to just preach to her. I get it. But that woman was extending her help. She was offering help to the family. I think the offer still stands. Like, that post is not that old. But what Chrisean has to realize is it's not about her. But I keep telling y'all, she has narcissistic-ish, histrionic disorder-ish behavior, which is going to stop that in its tracks. That's what I'm saying. You cannot just think like a normal person. You can't just think like, oh, just, rational, and just like normal, and just like, hey, girl, hey. No. She got to get through her head. It's not about her. How is she? When she has such a grandiose opinion of herself. And the fact that Chrisean Jr. is nonverbal and can't say what he needs is the reason why we speak up. He's been trying to scratch his ass for the past 4 months, 6 months. And if you guys remember what that hernia looked like, he's deformed. She just told y'all he is deformed. Okay? And I just recently seen the pictures. I didn't see the picture when it first came out, and Blueface put it, I guess, on Twitter or whatever, wherever he put it at. I never seen it. I never seen it. I never seeked it. I never wanted to. And then by the time they was like, what were they saying, that it was like covered up or something like that? Like they had put something on it by then. I don't know. Like, like a something to block it out, like blurred. I still never seen it. I never, ever, ever seen it. Okay. Until about maybe a couple months ago, maybe not even that. Yeah. Yes. I still think that it was wrong that Blueface put that out, but for him to think that that's what he had to do in order for her to go to the doctor because she kept missing appointments, I understand that. Because he was over there getting his ass whooped. I mean, I know they was fighting each other. I don't know if y'all want to say, you know what I'm saying? It was Qual Pasquale. I don't fucking know. Because she was over there giving that nigga black eyes and busting him upside the head with Hennessy bottle. She was not scared of Blueface, okay? He would get the best of her sometimes, and he shouldn't be hitting a woman at all. So I don't even want to go into that conversation. But since he was, It seemed like it was equal combat to me. Because there's pictures out there with that nigga with 2 black eyes. Boop, bloop. And did you guys see when the Compton chick that slapped Chrisean went on 20B2 with the Shay Frost and Blueface, and while she was up there talking, he was like, he kept on looking at this thing like, nah, she slapped Chrisean. He was like, she gonna slap the shit out of you. He told him that a good 2 times. Like, what? You know? So, girl. She was not over there scared. But anyways, y'all remember this, okay? That's all I'm saying. Now, I wanted to take you guys over here because this is the trail that led to all this. As a matter of fact, this came after this. All right? This came after this. But remember, this was neonatal. I'm going to show you a clear picture, I think, of this. As you guys can see, it's been blacked out, whatever. But since then, we've had new releases on what's on my chart. Okay. Now, as you guys can see, seizure disorder. This is why we think that, because hello, we believe this is true. Cortical visual impairment, spasticity, neonatal abstinence. That's from alcohol and drug abuse. It don't have to say she was taking drugs. She was popping. It's not going to say that, bro. They're going to speak in medical terms, and this is what these medical terms means. Your mama smoked crack rock. I'm just kidding. It was up the nose. It was, you know what I'm saying? White lines, baby. And alcohol. She admitted to this. And she ain't got to admit because we seen her. I don't know how much more proof y'all need. That's a damn shame. Well, you don't know for sure. We don't fucking need to. Open your eyes. This woman drank and did God knows what else on a regular basis. Like she was a 2-bit floozy down at the saloon. Okay? Like she was a harlot. All right? The book. And y'all want to come to us and we seen her do it? Don't let me bust out the recordings that she didn't know was going on when she talking about opping pills and giving somebody half, and they damn near was in the back seat tripping out, and she's like, "Oh, am I on? Can people hear me talk about the exchange of pills?" Yes, bitch, we can hear you. Yes, we hear, my nigga. We hear. The fuck? Yes, we hear you. And then the other clip that was on there, which is about a 7-second clip, where they back there talking about whoever she with, talking about the shit. And she like, I'm on live. Hello. Girl, we heard this woman go on a video and let us know, you can drink and smoke while you're pregnant. It's just a lot of people don't do it because they don't know. They don't know. But you can do it. And I bet you it was a flurry of floozes who listened to her. But I don't think it was as intense as what she was doing. Like, she was just 10 on 2 with it. And I'm not just saying an occasional glass of wine or occasional hit of the blunt is any better. I say 0, zit, 0. Stingy with De Niro. All right? But if you don't believe that this could have happened as a result of what we saw, you smoking dope. I'm going to need for you to come to the front of the congregation. I need to ask you a few questions. All right? So no, we're not doctors. No, we don't know if this is true, but it damn Skippy fits the shit. Okay? Now look, it says all the specialists. I don't want to get into that because I'll be getting all tongue-tied. But y'all see neurology, that has to do with the brain. Orthopedics has to do, I think, with bone and muscles. Cardiology has to do with the heart. Gastroenterology has to do with the intestines and stuff. Ophthalmology has to do with the eyes. Pulmonology, I don't know if that got to do with it. Maybe the heart too. Yeah. And then they got palliative care. Positive for opioids, cocaine, and every motherfucking thing else. And more than one sister done called her a pillhead. I don't even give a damn what you say. We just heard Tareen say the drugs was mixing you up. Like, why didn't your mother instinct kick in then? Huh? She was like, just the drug, and you know what I'm saying, was messing with your mind and it switched you up. You need rehab, folks. And y'all mad at us because they sister, that's her own sister. She was in the motherfucking, what? She was in the damn delivery room. And you don't want us to believe that, though? I believe that bitch. And it stacked with all the evidence that I have called common sense in the form of receipt. I'm going to go with, there's a problem, Bob, for 300. Ding, 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 ding. Bob, I'm going to take, there's a fucking Houston, we have a fucking problem for 500, Bob. Are you sure you want to bet your bottom dollar? I'm sure. If I lose it at all, then dadgummit, I lose it all. But we're going to help Junior come hell or high water. March on. I'm just kidding, you guys. I lost it a little bit. Sorry. Yeah, I took theater, so I took it a little bit too far. But y'all see what I'm talking about. No prenatal care, maternal UDS. That must mean you dumb as shit. UDS. We making up shit because, girl, we done already went through all this. I done gave you the ins and outs, the logistics, and the motherfucking statistics of all this shit. All this shit. Okay? Let's go on to what I want to show y'all, though. Okay? Let me put this back down. Sorry, this is kind of big. I got that kind of big, y'all. All right, hold on. Because what? Let me see, y'all. Let me take this down. I just want to make sure y'all remember this. Where is it, dude? Okay, let me take this down. Now, let's hop on over to Twitter so I can take you on what the recent medical information that's come out, okay? And this is for show, for real. Now, how it got out here, I don't know. I keep telling y'all, it's a family member, for damn show. It's a few people. It's not just one person, okay? Now, it may be a one person on a specific thread that's releasing information like on their platform, yes. But we have different threads of people releasing shit and leaking shit and basically telling us what they know, okay? Some people are more blatant than others, but hold on, y'all, so I can get this. Some are more, secretive than others. Some drop here and there. Some is just out there like, fuck it, okay? I'm going to give me a Finsta. I'm going to give me an XX. I'm going to give me a woo-wop. And I'm a Bugatti. And I'm going to start, you know what I'm saying, telling the truth. We calling it tea, but they really draping us with the truth, baby. They draping us with the truth. You're jingling, baby. Go ahead, baby. Jingling, baby. Girl, I wish we could play music over here. We'd be popping. Hold on, y'all. Now, Sean Davy Way brought out a lot and revealed a lot about Junior's condition, things that were in and on the medical records, okay? And I was watching his video, and he said some things that I thought were interesting, all right? So let me go ahead. And he said, you know what? You can even look it up yourself. Do your own research. And I said, you know what? Okay. And look, this is what we came up with, y'all. Hold on. Hold on. Let me make sure you guys can see this too. Hold on, you guys. Now, let me bring this up. And let's go through this. This is proof of Chrisean Rock's medical, allegedly, and Ugdre use, allegedly. I'll just say that. Okay? But you guys be the judge of it. I'm about to show you. Hold on. Wait till I get to it, and then I'll mute myself. Hold on. Oh, look. Her eye is over there. Look. She up there explaining herself away. Look at this. Chrisean is a dumbass, deadbeat mother that effed up her baby for life. Now, this is online. This ain't me, girl. I'm reading the headline. I'm reading the post. I'm reading the post, baby. Hold on. Let me make sure you guys can see this. I'm reading the post. Before we even get to the post, I'm trying to show you. Drank. Look at this dumbass in the back. Damn idiots, both of them. You ain't never lied. Look at him. No, good and damn well, he ought to be ashamed of himself. And the fact that you knew this wasn't your baby is no excuse. You're a horrible person for doing that. For allowing this hoe, look at you, talking about, I never knew. I'll slap that nigga for lying. You're lying and the truth ain't in you. Okay? We watched you too, bro. We watched you too. You were there for some pivotal moments in this young woman's life too. You don't get off the hook. Ultimately, it's her decision, but you fed into this because you knew that you had a powder keg, okay, on your hands. You said it before. You was like, I didn't want to mess with her because I knew she, you know what I'm saying, she wasn't wrapped too tight upstairs. She wasn't really a go-getter like that. No, she was a swindler. Okay? And she was a setup queen, and she was about to set your rabbit ass up. As a matter of fact, she stole your car with the dope and got caught in Oklahoma. The fuck? You got played. Just like Stunner played your ass. Now you're trying to get back at Stunner. Nah. Stunner says, been a hoe. So what you gonna do about it? But be hurt over there. I'm about to bleed her. I'm about to shut the fuck up. Sit down. I don't give a damn how marketing genius you are. I don't give a fuck how fine you are, how big it is. I'm here to bring y'all the real, and then you can decide later because I'm going to be on the right. I'm going to be right. Maybe one day I'll get paid for it. That's why I just stay with the truth because I know one day I'm going to get paid big bucks for the shit that comes out my mouth. You damn idiot. Anyways, let's get to the damn. I wasn't even supposed to be showing you that, but hold on. I don't even know what I'm. Oh, okay. Wait a minute. Hold on. We going to the what's this right here? Okay, why you say his feet clubbed? Okay, let's look at this. Hold on, y'all. Look at this crazy. I don't know what we're looking at, y'all, but just look. I don't know what. Kim is back.
Yes. She's been working all morning.
Are you calling to me, God? I want you to do something. Yes, sure.
What?
I want you to go.
I'm with my nephews, guys.
What?
So we're way behind schedule here.
People didn't know much about God.
Sorry.
Then, people didn't have Bibles.
I'm kind of on time though.
Why not?
Because the Bible had been
Okay. You gonna say
so
bye?
we didn't have all the
Okay.
stories we have today that show us how trusting God is the
Yeah.
thing to do.
Right.
So when God said,
tell you, so
I want you to go out
we're recording
on your
in
own.
phases.
I want you to
Right.
leave
Okay.
your family
So
and follow me.
the band will be here
Abram
today.
was faced with a
Jim will be
choice.
here today.
Would he
Where?
What are they talking about? Hey guys.
All right, was you feeling him? Are you feeling her as her manager? It seems a little something off. Like she be knowing stuff. Like the camera be catching her looking just like looking at Chrisean like, bitch, please. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, it's a lot of moments that she's caught like that. And I think that's her overall like demeanor and attitude. I think she just tried to play it off. I don't know. But girl, this is crazy. You said this lady preaching faith. Yeah. Yeah, she was. She was preaching faith. I personally believe she has life insurance on this boy. Woo. She says, you proved what we were thinking too. Weird. Hey, Blone, what's up, y'all? I'm just looking. Preaching to Chrisean is pointless. Okay, I caught up. I wanted to make sure I caught up with y'all. Junior is absolutely a sacrifice. Okay, y'all. I just wanted to make sure I caught up to y'all's comments. What's up, Bella Black? Thank you guys so much for the love. Yup, syrup sipping. Peel pop. Peel popping. Think of it like this. When she gave birth to Junior, the doctors told her then what was going on with Junior. They examine you and the baby before you leave the hospital. Exactly. She already knew, y'all. That's the whole thing. Somebody said, not harlot. Y'all cracking up. Yes, harlot. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. Got a little carried away. I know. All right, y'all. Now, let's look at this. Let's keep going because wait a minute. We ain't even got to the part I'm trying to show y'all. Hold on. I'm just tripping along the way because what? And I bet you somebody's like, yeah, Chrisean is really changing her ways. Just look at her shine. What? So those are his club feet, y'all. Okay. Let's see. When your brain is mush, this is how you behave. Look how she's looking at her. The hell is she saying?
When there's the flight, I'm like, I guess. And it wasn't really, I guess. I was like, God, I'm trusting you. I'm trusting you.
Well, she really has your back.
Oh, I know. I had to learn it the hard way.
You got a good team, disguise.
No, for real.
No, you got a good team, disguise.
She's like,
Man, I started talking.
this is a full circle moment. This person.
Man, I started talking yesterday. We was talking. She looked at me like this. I said, "This is not my plan. It's God's plan."
Yeah.
No, real talk. I was working on something myself. And then she said you was coming in and then.
Talking about like all together, like you know how when you can't really think about it too much, you just gotta do it. I just started doing stuff like come out of the pocket to get the car shit. Yeah. When there's the flight, I'm like, I guess. And it wasn't really, I guess. I was like, God, I'm trusting you. I'm trusting you.
Well, she really has your back.
Oh, I know. I had to learn it the hard way.
You got a good team, disguise.
No, for real.
No, you got a good team.
All right, y'all. Let's get to the medical records that I was talking about. Okay, sorry. Okay, here we go. All right, so it says Chrisean Jr. had scrotal swelling And the ultrasound shows that part of his intestine is slipping down into the scrotum. It's not fluid. And the testicles appear present, but are hard to see because the bowel is in the way. This condition usually needs, hold on. Prompt surgical repair. This is why we want it now. Okay, let's go ahead and look right here. Let me see if I can blow this up. I don't know to care. I am on that thread, okay, on Twitter. Yeah. I usually don't do that on Twitter, but if I'm going to use your whole like thread, I'm going to shout you out. All right. So, yeah. So as you guys can see right here, it says U.S. Abdomen Limited, Chrisean results. It says procedure information, exam, U.S. Abdomen Limited, exam date and time, 9/7/2023, 12:22 a.m. Age, 4 days old. Indication, mass lump of swelling. Additional info, 3-day-old male presents with scrotal swelling that changes in size. Technique, imaging protocol, real-time ultrasound of the abdomen with image, documentation, limited exam focused on region of clinical interest, okay? Comparison, U.S. scrotum and testicles, 9/4/2023, 2:09 p.m. All right. So this seems to be somebody's chart. Okay. Hold on, y'all. Let me see the next one. Let me make sure you guys can hear me. Okay. Now, the findings of this, it says my chart right here. You guys see my chart. Portal, remember that was Greater Baltimore Medical Center. Remember, I think that's what it was called. All right. Now it says findings. Peristalticine, herniated bowel loops distend the scrotal sac and largely obscure evaluation of the testicles. The testicles are thought to be seen, and they give the measurements. Wow. That's crazy. Okay. So this is from the Advanced Radiology, Baltimore, Maryland. Imaging reporting. This is what was wrong with Junior. And she knew when he was 4 days old. When we going to get help? When he 4 years old? When he was 4 days old, she's known this. And she had the nerve to miss those appointments. She had the nerve and the gall to miss those appointments. At least Blueface had the wherewithal, even though I don't agree with the route that he took, but maybe he was desperate. Maybe she wasn't listening to nothing he was saying. Okay? She wasn't scared of you. So she didn't respect you. She was obsessed with you. I don't believe anybody was in love with anybody, if you ask me. I believe that they were both obsessed with each other for different reasons. I'm not saying that Blueface didn't think with his smaller head. I'm not saying that. That's a typical man, but we're not just gonna brush that off as that, because there were other factors that came into this that made this a not normal situation from the get-go. All right. When she broke into your house and left out and put "I love you" or "love Blue" in period line, that should have been your indication right there, bruh. I wouldn't give a damn if she hit her mouth and her nose. But that's what men get when they think with their smaller head and not their large head. When they let lust, remember I told you, lust is the easiest way in. And if you guys don't remember the whispers of how she was going to set up Blueface, I forgot what sister it came from. I think it was Chasity and another sister. She was going to set Blue up. That's what she used to do. Okay? on top of what Ronnie told us, it all goes together. Okay? Now, let me go out of here. Somebody done got into her my chart, bro. She's not tactful like that. Okay? She's very careless, lazy. Right? She don't have everything in order. It's nothing for her to be passed out drunk. We've seen her. I done showed y'all her throwing up 50 million times. Anybody could have got this within the first 4 days of her having that child. Remember, she got back with Blue. She went back to Blue. If not for a little bit, that's all you need. For her to be passed out drunk somewhere, you just take her phone, look through it. Probably when she's drunk, she going into her phone, even if she got a password. You ain't never had a drunk friend before, or somebody who just be like, this bitch about to be zoned out. Don't worry about it, girl. I got her pass. I'll call her Uber. On your phone? Fuck no, bitch. I got her pass. I'm going to call her motherfucking Uber on her motherfucking phone. Because I know she about to be passed out. Girl, come on now. Somebody probably looked over her shoulder, seen her, putting in her password. You don't take a rocket scientist. Okay? Somebody got into this. She either left it open or somebody got access to it. It's not that hard. You can look your shit up on your phone if I'm not mistaken. Because I know I can. Now, I don't know about Greater Baltimore and how it works, but y'all looking at it right here. Obviously, you can. If that's what we're looking at. Okay? Uh-oh. Hold on, y'all. Wait a minute. Hold on. I forgot about that, but we got to go to the next page. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. Let's see. Hold on, you guys. Let me see. Let's see where this goes. Okay. Now, hold on, y'all. Okay, y'all. Sorry about that. Now, hold on, y'all. Because I got to get down to the medical records. I forgot that was going to be there. Hold on. Let me move this. Okay. That's when she's having Junior. Okay, so now we see here. Let me make sure you guys can see this. Where it says no lies told. This is the picture on her, my chart. All right. This is the same picture, same thing she had on when she was on her way to the hospital. Talking about she can't sit down. We ain't even going to look at that. That's just her on her way to the hospital, y'all. Y'all remember that. This is the same thing she had on. This is her profile picture. She is actually inside of the medical center taking the picture. They're showing you right there, labor and delivery. Baltimore, Maryland. Okay. Somebody says, if I'm a liar, how did I get this? You guys see right there? All right, so let's go ahead and get into this. And this is how we know that she knows that she knows. Okay. We know she had a horrible upbringing. We know that there may be some medical issues, mental issues going on, some medical issues going on, some mental issues going on. All right. But at the end of the day, she knows right from wrong. And she knew all of this, if not the first day Junior was born, because he was handed to her and he had a hernia. All right. She clearly saw that something was not right. Okay. I can imagine if she didn't have that follow-up surgery, and if that is true, the pain that Junior is going through, where he needed reconstructive surgery to even give him a private part. Okay. Not to mention that his intestines had extended into where the scrotum was supposed to be. We just read it. It's not a joke. It's not made up. Let's go ahead and get into this, you guys. Hold on. Let me go ahead and push this, y'all, so you guys can see this. All right. Let me make sure you guys can see this. Somebody said, I won't disclose the phone number, but it is indeed registered to Lisa Malone. Okay. Somebody said, this whole issue is fake. That's not how a my chart look. They test for everything. That's number one. If it was real, she got it from Blueface. Number two, this must be one of her sister my chart, and they're trying to make it look like hers. Somebody said that's 100% false. And you're showing us that you've never been tested before. One, routine screenings check for most common infections like HIV, chlamydia, gonorrhea, and syphilis. They do not test for everything. Some tests need to be requested. Number two, my chart can't just be created. You need an SSN or activation code. Ooh, okay. All right, so now let's look at this. It says, your mobile phone number has not been verified. We need to verify that we can reach you at this mobile number by sending a one-time code to, and they have the number for whatever. Okay? Now, let's look at the next one. All right, so this one says, you see her picture up here. All right, I don't know if you want to believe it or not, if you think it's fake or not, if you think it's AI or not. That's all up to you, Buki. That's what makes this platform so wonderful. Okay. You can throw your little POV, have your own perspective, and we can all live happily ever after. Right? Now, this says chlamydia, trichomonas, and something, gonorrhea, PCR. All right. Results are abnormal. Status final results collected 9/3/23 at 10:57. I don't know if that's AM or PM. Okay. Final result, the test results revealed yes, positive. Okay. Specimen was a cervix swab. So it says chlamydia detected. All right. So you guys see that. 9/3, the day that he was born. Now, what did we pair this with? Because we need sort of like a backup to kind of tie this all together, shall I say, right? Because y'all, how do you know? You're not a doctor. Well, listen to the fly that was on the wall. That's why I tell y'all, get your fly swatter ready. Before you come for the bad guy, grab your fly swatter and snatch up some of these flies. Okay? Go for the fly. Let's listen to one of the flies that was on the wall, that was at the hospital, in the delivery room, standing right next to this bull while she was having that baby. Okay? Let's go.
your motherly instincts kicked in. Why didn't your motherly instincts kick in day one when you gave birth? Why? Because I was there. It didn't kick in. It didn't kick in. When the nurses came in there and told you, can they talk to you about yourself? You're like, no. Just go ahead and put it out there. Whatever's wrong. Yeah, and they said you had chlamydia. Your motherly instincts didn't kick in. They said we're going to do a C-section. Guess what? You refused. You didn't want to mess up your little tattoo. Or you didn't want to get cut, right? Oh, all right. Where your motherly instincts was that then? Because you sent through that infected canal, right? You did. You did that. So don't do that. And I encourage you. I keep asking you, leave me alone. But you want to play with my children now, right? You play with my children. Talking about my grandbaby, like, and you know what's crazy? We will never talk about Chrisean because he's special and we really love him. But yo, you are foul. You are foul and disgusting. And how you playing? It's a no-go zone. It's a no-go zone over here. You know that. It's a no-go zone over here. But guess what? You raised all the red flags. You did your little dirt. Mm-hmm. Played with me, with the police, big time, and really tried to switch your little narratives up. We had a meeting with CPS. My reason for that is because I have to clear my name. I have to clear my position. Yes, I'm going to protect myself. You tell lies, and you sell fake stories. I see what's going on. You don't mind. So, okay, why would I, after you didn't come get him, be like, okay, I'm just going to wait on Chrisean's time? No, it don't work like that, baby girl. It's me, big sis. But you played. You let your little emotions and the drugs.
You hear her say you got the little emotions and the drugs? Why would she say that? Because this girl is on dope. That's why. That is why. I'm telling y'all. She said you crossed the line. She's like, you playing with my grandkids, you playing with my kids. Like, she be pushing people's buttons. She be playing dirty. She be going all in and make people crash out like this and tell her motherfucking business and go in. Be cutthroat with her. She make you like that. Have you heard what she said about it? Have you heard her talk about her sisters lately? Have you? She be going for the jugular. Got the ABC boys at your door, literally. You don't remember half the motherfucking police force took their rabbit ass on over to Tareen house because they believed that she was holding a baby for ransom? Got $1 billion baby, baby, baby. She probably sang that to the police. They was like, oh, really? You have $1 billion baby? Like, what? She took it too damn far. And all because she didn't want to go to the CPS meeting. She just went all out. Do you know how used to that they are? And you know how long she been doing that? Probably since she been like 10 years old. We done heard of her burning baby toes. We done heard of her doing unaliving somebody. We done heard of her doing 2 stints in a mental facility. And y'all still like, huh? Are y'all cool? Somebody ain't lying. Girl, I don't got you and I don't gotta be there. Just hearing about it is enough. You heard what that sister said, okay? You heard what Tareen said. Wait a minute. Hold on. Okay. You said it all goes to show how much Chrisean doesn't care for Junior by not getting him the help he deserves. give him up to someone that will get him the help and give him the love that Junior needs. Exactly. Nobody is trying to get Junior snatched. That's the problem. That's the problem. Nobody's trying to get Junior snatched. We want to get Junior the help that he needs. Right? He can get the services he needs where he's at. As long as she doesn't do any more traveling. Give up your legal guardianship to one of your siblings, one of the more sane ones. Okay? The sane ones. I don't know how they're going to figure that out. But I feel like the mental issues are in the way. She has to be open to helping her son. So it can't be about her. So she has to unlearn. You know, we don't have time for her to unlearn what has made her like this. Even Ronnie said, well, you have to understand how she grew up. She don't even know how to be a mom. She don't know how to, you know what I'm saying? Some people don't know how to properly give love if they haven't received it like that in no time of their lives. You know how they say it's important? The first 5 years of any child's life is the most important years. That's when their character is set. That's when you instill things in them. And then even if they are like stray away from that, they will always come back to that foundation that you taught them in the first 5 years of their life. So if there was no one there to give empathy, if she never felt safe anywhere, if everybody was always out to get her, swindle, you know, abuse. Now she claims that she got beat and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? She never really comes out, and we don't know about the violation as a child, besides what she said about, you know, Chasity. But if we look at the whole situation, right? Maybe she was protected, maybe she wasn't. If she says she was homeless at 7 years old, does that sound like a child that's protected? Or 9 years old, does that sound like a child that's protected? And I'm assuming that she's talking about she was homeless as an individual. She ended up at one point in her life homeless as an individual. Maybe not at 9. I don't know. Okay, maybe everybody was homeless at 9. I mean, her family was homeless. I'm not too sure. But I know at one point she became homeless as an individual. Okay, and that was when she was living with Chasity. So why was she living with Chasity? Why she wasn't living with her mama? Why didn't she have her own room? You feel me? So and you let Chasity tell it. Chasity said she had to sleep outside or sleep at a friend's house. So between the age of 9 or 7, whenever Chrisean said that she became homeless, whether with her family or without, she ended up being homeless as an individual. And she had to get in where she fit in and get it out how she got it. And people were probably out there taking advantage of her left and right. Even us who lived just what you would call a normal, adolescent life. You know how fucking hard that was? To stay out of the hands of predators, to make it through, to get your work done, to go through puberty, to fucking grow up. Shit's hard. Shit was hard as fuck. And would you rather be not that far back, bitch? Drop me off at about 28, 29. You could drop me off at 30. I'll be happy. Don't even take me back to when I was a teenager, a fucking kid, or even not even in my early 20s. Fuck that. Just drop me off at a good 28 years old, 29. The fuck? Y'all don't remember how hard that shit was? So just imagine being like, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know if she can be able to unlearn that. We don't got time for that. Somebody just going to intervene because, bro, she ain't going to listen. If it's about it not being about her and being open to people helping her son, it's going to take a real breakdown moment. It's going to take a real breakdown moment or something that she just wants to pursue. Because what's going to happen is what I think is going to happen is, and I think somebody said this in the chat or in a comment, that pretty soon it's going to be harder. As the older he gets, the harder it is to hide. He going to be 6 years old? You still going to be carrying around and wheeling around in a stroller? Bitch, we going to find you and start throwing rocks at your ass, okay? Not no tomatoes. We going to start throwing rocks at you. If you think you're going to take this child, the child is what, almost 3 now? You think we're going to put up with this a whole nother year? You think you're going to be 4 years old and he's still going to be in the stroller? The fuck it ain't. No. Okay, we ain't going to throw rocks. I don't want to be by. Bitch, we're going to be throwing tomatoes at your ass. Okay? Unripened ones. The fuck? That's what I think is going to happen. It's going to come a point where it can't be hidden now. I don't know what fantasy world she's living in. His legs going to be touching the bottom of her knees in a minute. She's going to be talking about, hey, Junior. He's not a baby anymore. Hope. Right? I'm upset. Can't go 50-50 with no hope. That's all I'm saying. That look, that's what's gonna happen. We're gonna start throwing tomatoes at your eyes. Yeah. Think you about to go another year with him on your hip and letting your backbone slip and then throwing him in a stroller. Girl, I'm gonna come back from Kansas. No. I'm gonna have to tag team somebody in because girl, I don't even know how to fight. Okay. And I probably could be your auntie or even your damn grandmother. Okay? So it won't be me, bitch. It won't be me. All right? The fuck? Somebody get out there. One of you cute hoes, get out there. Please throw a few tomatoes for me. Okay? I want you to jump from behind the bushes. Bow, bow, bow. The fuck? You think we gonna put up with a whole nother year of her? We gonna let Chrisean be 4? Nigga, another year that he'll be 4.5. We throwing green tomatoes at your eyes, girl. They gonna feel like they rocks. We don't want nothing soft and smushy. We want bow. We not gonna put up with it another year. I'm telling you, we not. We not, girl. We not. If this system don't jump in, just to hell with them. To hell with them. Okay? I'll get enough money and be rich one day and I'll open my own damn foster care. Okay? I bet y'all save half them kids. I may not save them all. I bet y'all save 75% of them. That'll be a better rate than what y'all doing. Because you don't even get an A for effort around this motherfucker. We've been talking about Junior for years. And y'all ain't did, well, y'all have done something, but it wasn't really anything. Okay? Anyways, y'all, let's get back. Hold on. Let me get this back. Because, girl, I don't, Just if she, girl, you think, girl. No, Bookie. You think we're going to go a whole nother year? He going to be 4.5, girl, 5? Girl, And you ain't got not one, girl, no. Girl, I'm gonna write my senator. Girl, if that happened, I'm gonna write my senator. Okay? I don't know where that motherfucker at. I don't know where I gotta write him to, but I'm gonna write my motherfucker senator. Okay? I ain't writing no problem. I'm gonna leave the president alone. Okay? I'm gonna leave that nigga all the way alone. Okay? He a gymnastic girl, he might flip flop on my ass, like, oh yes, I'll help you, Lisa. And then switch it up. And nah, we gonna write our senator. Okay? We don't bother the president. Just leave that motherfucker alone. Okay? All right, wait a minute. Hold on, y'all. Let me bring this back up. Leave that nigga alone. Okay, look, hold on. Let me bring this up so you guys can see, because I think there's a few more records here. Hold on. Girl, and the Rock Tarts was still gonna be calling Junior a baby at 7 years old. Exactly. He's just a baby. Bitch, he's supposed to be fucking walking. I wish somebody could just be in a room with her and just like, she can't leave. You know what I'm saying? Like, she got to have, like, her punishment got to be an interview, like with somebody like me. Like, you can't leave the room. Like, you have to answer the questions. Like, we'll have somebody sponsor it so we can offer her $50,000, bitch, $100,000. We'll have Zeus do it. Yeah, Zeus, come on, call me. Okay? Y'all will get what y'all want. She'll get what she want, and we will fucking get what we want. Okay, we gotta do it in because I'm gonna be like, bitch. Let me show you a 2.5-year-old. Okay, and let me show you. Come over here, bitch. Right? And she can't leave the interview, and we are sure with a 2.5. Like, this is what your child. She'll have to listen to the 2-year-old, 2.5-year-old talk. Full sentences. You ain't never had a conversation with a 2.5-year-old? Have you ever had a conversation with a 2.5-year-old before? Because I have. I was a preschool teacher. I had 24 2-year-olds in one classroom, and boy, did I have some conversations. 24 2-year-olds. And if I walked outside my classroom, there was a bunch of 3 and 4-year-olds. You know how many conversations I had a day? You can have a full-blown conversation with a 2.5-year-old. You can know what they want, think, see, saw, feel, did. Okay? Your child is, you hear how this child is talking and walking? That's what yes. So this is why we're on your ass. Okay? This is why you think we don't fucking like you. And you can't leave this interview, bitch, if you want the 200K from Zeus. You have to answer the fucking questions. Do you know your child? Yeah, eating. Let me show you what he's like. You know what I'm saying? Let me show y'all. I'm done. Hold on. Like the fuck? Call me Zeus so we can do it, okay? Because we need some answers. Y'all don't be asking the right questions. I don't ask the right question. Look, exactly like that's just how we gonna be looking, just like her. That's just how we looking now. Why can't nobody give the interview of the century and ask her 10 questions? We're gonna ask y'all to put in 10 motherfucking crucial questions that we have to ask her. 15, because she need to answer 21 questions. That's what we're gonna call it, 21 questions. Okay? Is that all that I wanted to see? Let's see. Let me make sure, y'all. So she had chlamydia when she gave birth. Yes. Look at his face. Girl. Wait a minute. Is this the post? Okay, hold on, y'all. I'm inside the post. I got to get out the post. Hold on. Now, let me see. Bro is 2.5 confined to a stroller. Look at this. 2.5 years old. And do you know what? Oh, Lord, just let me keep going because I can't do it right now. I just want to make sure, y'all, that I got all of the ones I wanted to show you. And they both look miserable. She looked clueless. Look at the guy in the back, sleep. DDG acting like he ain't seeing this debauchery going on in front of him. Nigga, you see this stuff. Look at how miserable and confused Blueface look. Just miserable. You ain't never held that child before in your life. And this is what he comes home to, girl. This is the progress you done made. This niglet right here been in jail for damn near 2 years. How long did he do? He was in prison for 2 years and he got out, and this is the progress that you've made with your child. And you sitting over there half naked looking crazy. Nobody gives a fuck about that shit. Look like you got a bra on in a room full of men. That's a damn shame for anybody. Because remember, I'm saying that because not only because it's true, but she changed her clothes. She didn't have this on when she first went out and then came back. She changed her clothes. Okay? And put this bra ensemble on. Looking like a cheap 2-bit floozy. And he ain't none interested. Look at Blueface. He don't give a damn about either one of them. I don't care what you say. Oh, he has a soft heart. Like I was saying, what I was saying. According to Carlissa, oh, he'll take a child in and just adopt him. He's just like that. That's, he's claiming Junior. He's very, very giving and philanthropic. The fuck? And she knows, look, you can see the guilt on her. Let me blow this up. Look at that. She looking at, that's all she can do. Look, this picture says 1,000 words. This picture says 1,000 words. And who y'all think y'all fooling? Because I see right through you. It's just shame all on her face. Disappointment. She disappointed herself. This is what you had this man come home to. Zero progress. Him up there looking like Sideshow Bob and shit. This is what he came home to. He never even gave he never gave himself time to adjust to being outside of prison. He just took off on the ground running. You know what I'm saying? That got to be a mental strain, because you got to kind of what is that? Like have rehab, or like, what is it called? Like debrief from living that life. You think 2 years in prison was easy just because Blueface said it was? Are y'all smoking crack? That was probably the hardest 2 years of his life. Look at him. Look like he just came home from war. And look at her. She bears a lot of shame. She knows that it didn't turn out the way that she thought it was or that she wanted it to be. She really didn't know or didn't give a fuck about the consequences of her actions. She just thought that she'd roll the dice, because it is true. Sometimes, have you ever seen a crackhead be doing the most and have a baby, and the baby just be like, just regular running around? I mean, it may have some type of mental challenges or something like that, or learning challenges, but the child can still walk, talk, do all this, do all that. You know what I'm saying? She thought that's what she was gonna have. She thought that the problems that her child was gonna have was gonna be like invisible. You understand what I'm saying? Like he was still gonna be able to walk and do all this and do all that, and she was gonna be able to play it off like he's the genius of the year. And that he's not in a special class. Not that there's anything wrong, but I'm just saying. That you can play that off more. You understand what I'm saying? She didn't know that it was going to be this devastating, but the way that she was going at it and drinking and just doing all of the things that she was doing, it was just on 10. Because this is how she was before she was pregnant. She didn't know anything about being pregnant or what to do or anything, and she didn't even care because this was her first time being pregnant. So she had been living this reckless before. She just didn't have a baby in her stomach. So it's not like she did it because he was in it. She had no intention of stopping. This is how she lived her life before she was pregnant. This is how she's going to live her life while she's pregnant. And this is how she's going to live her life after she's pregnant. And so why do y'all think that we think that she's doing pills and potions? I'll give you one guess. Because that's what she was doing before she was pregnant, while she was pregnant. And she's probably doing it after, because it's a lifestyle. And it's something she probably had for a long time, a lifestyle that she's had for a long time. That's why it's going to start catching up. She's young. She's only 25. But we see how far we've come from when we met her till now. Well, it's also called womanhood as well, because you get that baby look and it goes away. That high school look, it goes away. Now, for some people, it lasts a little bit longer. Okay? You know, somebody be like, oh, girl, you got a baby face. Or, girl, you look extra young. You know what I'm saying? So you still have that baby, but you still get that womanhood look. You know what I'm saying? So if you guys get it, you get it. If you pick it up what I'm putting down. So a lot of what we see is she grew into a woman and got her little womanly look, and her, you know, from her baby look or her child look or her teen look, there was a transition, usually in and around when you're 25. Right? So it's going to catch up to you. It's going to catch up to you. It's going to catch up to you. Because she's probably been living like that for a minute now. Okay? So this picture just says 1,000 words to me. Look at him. He looks miserable. Blueface got her up out of there quick. And she, yeah, it was 72 hours. I needed it. You know, I bet you did. If Blueface would have had it your way, if you would have had it your way, you would have been there for 72 days. And you would have been just as happy. Okay? But he rejected you. He rejected you. And so you had no choice but to reject him and act like you all right, act like woo, 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 while you walk away with 7 tattoos of this nigga on your body. One with a big ass mural on the side of your face. And y'all think that shit is cute? That's something to aspire to? Because I know half of y'all that think you look up to Chrisean or support Chrisean wouldn't do that to your damn self. Now, there's a handful of y'all that would, but the rest of y'all is perpetrating the fraud. Because you wouldn't do half the shit that you see Chrisean do. You just there because she's doing it, and it's like entertainment. It's like it's like, you know, it's that dopamine rush that you get. You know, like watching the baddies fight. You really don't want them to fight, but since they're fighting, might as well watch. You know what I'm saying? And since I watched, now I got something to say. But when it's all said and done, you really didn't want to see them two beautiful women fight. You feel me? So this just, let's just keep going. But that just said a 1,000 fucking things to me. Okay? And I'm gonna see what you guys are saying in the chat. Hold on. Yeah, tell her, because Sean been digging in his ass for the past. Yeah, let's hear what you got to say. What? Been digging in his butt for I don't know how long.
I said I need to take them to the bathroom and change them. You said my son ain't got to get changed.
That's his name, though. That's his middle name.
He had a diaper rash.
Stretching your butt for?
It's funny.
All right. You can't grab your butt.
not a good person, not a good mom. I said I need to take them to the bathroom and change.
He said, not a good person, not a good mom. She's not a good person either. She is not a good person nor a good mom. That's dangerous. That's dangerous. That's dangerous. When your own peers is talking like that, because she's 25, he's just 26 years old. Okay. That's your own peer saying that, girl. What? And an ex. Now that's shameful. He said you're not a good person and you're not a good mom. That's a double whammy. She don't even look the same. I know. I know. She bragged that she chopped shot lots. Oh. It really do, Blone. Yes. She thought she really had him back with baby and all that. Yep. She's just sitting back there just trying to take his lead, hoping and praying that but she knew, you could look at her and tell she knew that it was over. Like, the thrill is gone. The thrill is gone away. You could just look at her and just tell that the thrill was gone, baby. Okay, when you did that little dance and you went back and went sloppy. He was like, He was like, She been reckless since 2018. She looking like that's my baby daddy. Exactly. Exactly. First time, full term. Yep. Yep. Way before Blueface, bitch. Way before Blueface. Oh, she went to the chop shop a lot too. Okay. Yep, she got a mature look. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, y'all. That's what I mean. He sure looks like another man, Junior. Yep. She ain't got no shame. Exactly. That's what I be saying. She don't got no shame, y'all. No shame. You said what? Bino said he had to throw her in the shower. Y'all remember that? Yes. She always heavy filters on too. Yep. Yep. And we're all guilty of filters, y'all. But when you're like, when somebody sees you in person, be like, oh no, them filters, no, she heavy on filters because that girl looks, you know what I'm saying? And most of us do the filters to smooth out or make us look younger. You know what I'm saying? But when you're already 25 years old, like, let's see. Bino said he had to throw her in the shower. Yep. Looking swollen and musty. That's what she does. She looks swollen. I think it's from the alcohol that she drinks. Because it don't look like she's like, it don't look like she's like just overweight. You understand what I'm saying? It looks like a different type of weight to me. It just really does. It looks like an unhealthy. It looks like more like she's bloated than she's like overweight. And I don't know. I saw in a post that said she lost 20 pounds, but it don't look like the regular like Rock that would look like that she would look like if she lost 20 pounds. Because she lost 20 pounds, she would look like regular Rock, right? She would look like regular Rock, I think. Because if you think back to after she had the day after she had Junior to now, that's like night and day, right? That's like night and day, y'all. Exactly. Crustacean is disgusting. Written all over her face how hard it was. Exactly. You know that shit was hard as hell. He had to keep his booty up close. He had to satisfy everybody. You up here talking about crib. You see, you don't say schoolyard no more. That nigga ain't said schoolyard. They must have told him, nigga, you better not say schoolyard one more time. Don't bring a schoolyard into your little silly bullshit, nigga. whack ass dance, nigga. You chasing pussy, nigga. You talking about some schoolyard, nigga. You making a mockery of us, nigga. Don't you never, ever. Oh, I better stop saying it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, schoolyards. Sorry, but he ain't saying it. I bet stop saying it. But you ain't saying it no more, nigga. Okay? And worrying and looking at his phone, wondering who he texting. That's what she care about exactly. Remember, she lied and said Blue stomped her. He will be the biggest clown going back to that hot mess. Yeah, especially after she said she wanted to run through his house with a blacked out SUV and jump out and pow him in the damn face. That's a sidewalk, if you ask me. You asking for it. She thought she was that fly. Exactly. Not, girl, you look a whole mess. You look a whole mess. And then, girl, you could have at least went and got purchased a wig on Amazon, girl, and did better than what you had on. I don't give a fuck. Because you used to do it every other week, girl. You was the outfit queen. You had an outfit on, your hair done. That's how you came to us. So don't be mad at me. Okay? Because trust and believe, if I could get that done damn near once a month, I would do it. I'd be right down there at Hair Queen LA like a bubba. So, girl, you didn't put no effort. You didn't even have a cute outfit on. Look, your baby daddy, regardless if you want to be with him or not, girl, you supposed to look good when that nigga step out. You supposed to be looking good. Like you supposed to be looking like a snack. Girl, you was looking like a whole girl. You was looking sloppy. That's what I could say. Because I can't really tell nobody how to look. You know, I'd have my good days and bad days too. I get it. But girl, at 25, no, I don't think so. No. I would have had something on that was cute as fuck, tight as fuck, and I would have been half naked because I was every day of my life. Every day of my life. At 25, Lisa? No, bitch. All of my 20s. Every fucking year. So I already know I would have been fly. I would have been fly, and I would have had a cute ass outfit on. I would have been freezing, but I would have had the cutest motherfucking outfit on, and it would have been tight. Tight as fuck. And cute. And my hair would have been cute as fuck. At 25, oh, hell yeah. No doubt. Anyways, y'all, let me see. I'm just telling y'all like it is, baby. I'm just telling y'all like it is. Let me make sure I got everything from here. And I don't know who is dropping all of this. Okay, so this is the last one is this the one I wanted to show y'all? I think this is the one. Okay, hold on. Yes, okay, so this is our last video, y'all. Before I get into what I wanted to get into before I let y'all go. Okay? Because remember, I told you there's a method to this madness. And who just might be dropping this? Remember, I told y'all that it's like somebody from the family. It may be somebody from her past that went to school with her, that was in the 8th grade with that bitch, who was in the 10th grade when that hoe went to the mental facility and was sitting in the back row at science class at the same high school that Chrisean went to, and they saw Chrisean wasn't in class, and guess what happened? Girl, guess what happened? Chrisean is gone. That's who's telling it. Okay? Then we either have her sisters, which I think they're a big part of it, girl. I can name you right off to Tessa. So I'm gonna pick the looniest of them all. Okay, that's gonna be the one that's gonna surprise you, but ain't gonna shock you. So Tessa, Chasity for sure. Because Chasity will tell you in a motherfucking military minute, bitch. She'll tell you in a New York minute, I'm gonna call CPS on you. Just like Chrisean will tell you in a motherfucking millisecond, you're gonna die. All right, just like Taseki will point the finger and be like, "You crazy, red rumming ass, murdering, manipulating ass, badass, mama ass, motherfucker. Tear you a new asshole." And you want to say, "I'm crazy. I'm the bad guy." Do you see what I'm bringing y'all? Do you smell what the rock? Are you picking up what I'm putting down? The fuck? Chasity in on this shit, girl, because she'll tell your ass in a minute, "I'm gonna call CPS on you. You talk about my child, I'm gonna talk about your child. You're gonna call CPS on me. Guess what? I'm gonna call CPS on you. Yeah, I'm gonna have the ABC boys right at your door. All right." We saw Tareen at the motherfucking office with a manila envelope, making it look official. Then a buck. Only thing was missing was her in a suit and some heels. If she would have been in some suit and some heels, bitch, it would have been official. She had her manila envelope. That lady was like, "We will have the results from you in 20 business days. Stay tuned and be looking out for our call." Shit. Emma Bush can't wait. And let Chasity tell it. She the one said that your older sisters plotted. Don't let me pull up the video, because you know I got it in the chamber. All right. She said that two of your sisters, the older ones at that, girl, that's not too hard to figure out, because it ain't China. All right. It ain't motherfucking China. And you're number 11 of 12 children. So everybody's ahead of you. But Chasity said it was an older sister older than her. Chasity just turned 30. So you got to be older than 30. All right. So that's definitely Tareen, Tessa. Tasiki, I don't even think Tasiki, she be in the background. She talked to everybody but Chrisean. And she probably do be, Chrisean be probably texting everybody. She the baby sister. She'll creep back in your text, probably call you, all that kind of shit. She don't give a fuck if y'all fell out. She said that it had her crying in her DMs because two of the sisters want to see you unalive yourself. This is what the sister said. I tell you no lie. I got my right hand raised up and I'm holding the Bible. Okay. That's what I heard Chasity say. Two of your sisters wanted to get together. They said they don't care. They're going to do whatever it takes. That's because this is a pattern. This is something that happened before us, before Blueface, before Baddies, before Taseki was even Taseki, when she was Tifa. Nigga. And China was what? Nika. Nigga. Before we even thought about talking about y'all rabbit ass, before Junior was even born up in his butt. Before there was a me and you. Okay? This is the pattern. They already know. That's why they say that. That's why they be saying this shit like it's normal. See, when they talk, it's normal. But when we be like, "Oh my God, this is tea. Write this up." The fuck? But it's just normal to them. It's just normal. Let's go ahead and get into this now. Someone is with inside information confirmed everything we've been shouting from the rooftops on here. This is a hard listen and a trigger warning for severe CA. Since this clip is 9 minutes long, I'll break down key points from it. All right. Chrisean Jr. is 18 pounds at 2 years old. Now, I'm bringing you guys a receipt. Remember that. All right. This is all allegedly. I cannot vet the information nor the sources. Do I believe it? Fuck yes. Hell to the yes. I second that emotion. But I encourage you to do your own research and come up with your own conclusions and leave your POV in the chat. I'd love to chop it up with you. Let's go.
things you have said. How do I know you are a trustworthy source? Or would you pay to get an attorney to help these people who have been masking the stuff that's been going on with Junior behind the scenes for the past 2 years and 4 months? It's not safe for them to have him at all. Nobody. It's not safe. And you'll find out why. I did take notes while you were live, but I am also going to read the messages. So I have spoken with one of her sisters, which she blocked me after she gave me all the information that she gave me. Mm-hmm. And then I spoke to someone else who wanted to remain anonymous because they are still in and out of Chrisean's life. So I'm going to start with birth. Ronnie did lie about being there for the birth. He was not there for the birth. However, Chrisean did allow Ronnie to see Junior. And the very first time he saw him in person, Ronnie knew that Junior was his son. Chrisean never opposed to it. She never denied it until Ronnie started to talk too much, make too much social media noise, and started to get the public attention because it messes up her bag if Junior doesn't belong to Blueface. Carlissa has also come out. She talks in parables. I don't know if y'all paid attention to that, but she said that they're under NDA. That's why they can't say that Junior isn't his anymore like he did prior to going to jail. He would say it's scientifically proven that Junior wasn't his because Junior isn't his. Mm-hmm. Next thing I'm going to talk about is her sister saying that Chrisean hits Junior. She started hitting him when he was around 3 months old. The first time it happened, it was because while on live, he was crying and the comments started talking about how he found it. She got upset and she took her anger out on Junior. No. Until this day, she still hits him. No. Mm-hmm. Not only does she abuse him, she abused Luella. She abused Luella as well. Chasity told me that Luella is afraid of Chrisean now. So these people have been knowing these things and knowing that Chrisean beats this baby who is nonverbal, non-ambulatory, because she's upset with what the comments and things are saying. She takes it out on him, and then she calls them to get prayer and say, I don't know why I'm like this. I don't know why I keep doing this. I don't want to do this. Now, let me go to what the person inboxed me, DM me. Let me find it. This person wrote me and said, hey, thanks for engaging with me in the comments. I've tried speaking with larger creators, but they don't respond. I'm so happy that someone cares so much for baby Chrisean. I know a lot of information that are facts in all caps about him. I will tell you everything, just block out my name. I don't like mess, don't want to be in mess. I still would like to be involved in Junior's life while watching him get help. I responded, hi, I do care about Junior's well-being. May I ask what facts do you know about Junior? This is when it gets crazy. This person said, I know exactly what's wrong with Junior and why she's so embarrassed and protective about it. Junior has severe cerebral palsy and fetal alcohol syndrome. This is why his voice is so high-pitched. The internet likes to say that he has cry-do-chat, but he doesn't. It's cerebral palsy and fetal alcohol syndrome. He has poor laryngeal, I guess that's how you pronounce it, control. And the reason he always seems congested, this broke my heart, y'all. The reason he always seems congested is because the things he consumes goes into his lungs instead of his stomach. This is why he can't eat solid.
So you guys heard all of that information, and you guys remember when Sean David Wade came out with this video. It was very, very heartbreaking. she said it started to go north when Ronnie started talking and getting attention, public attention. It made it look bad for her because if Blue is not the father, that would hurt her back, or at least she feels like it would hurt her back. Now, like she said, Blueface is under an NDA. I don't know if she said she heard that from Carlissa, but Blueface has said that. Okay, he said it at the interview, if I'm not mistaken, that he had, I think it was No Jumper with Jade and Alexis. Now I may not got the interview right, but he did say it on an interview. He said he got paid $100K from Zeus to go along with that narrative. That's the same damn thing as being under an NDA. You don't think NDA came with that $100K? Right? The person that Shonda Wade is speaking to specifically said, Chasity told me that Luella is scared of Chrisean Rock. Now, I don't know if she meant she personally told her, because remember, Chasity stated that in a video. Remember when she was explaining to us that Chrisean was homeless and she went to the gym and her and Luella washed their ass and she wanted to take Junior with her and she took Junior to go change him, not specifically at the gym, but she took him in the bathroom to change him, and Chrisean was like, you don't need to change him. And y'all remember that? She said Chasity told me. So I don't know if she means like literally or what we heard, because we heard it too, right? And then she said it all started from people in the chat, what they were saying, whatever it is that they say about Junior, and they point it out or whatever, she takes it out on Junior, or she was taking it out on Junior. And then she would call her sisters to pray for them and say, I don't know why I do this, feel guilty afterwards. And that's mental issues, y'all. Okay, that's mental illness stepping in. That's some type of disorder. Okay, there's a blockage. There's a something that's impeding this process, right? Let's keep going, y'all. I know this is sad. I know this is heartbreaking. And she just said the reason why he always sounds congested is because remember the aspiration we talked about and the silent aspiration where it's happening and we don't know? That can lead up to an emergency situation, you guys. This is what we don't want. This is what we don't want.
Control. And the reason he always seemed congested, this broke my heart, y'all. The reason he always seemed congested is because the things he consumed goes into his lungs instead of his stomach. This is why he can't eat solid. This is also why he's struggling to gain weight. Junior weighs about 18 pounds. That is and was the part the doctor tried stressing to her. He was supposed to have been coming back to see a specialist and to get CAT scans, but she told the family he wouldn't see another doctor until God healed him because they don't have the last say-so. The airway issue is the largest cause of death in children with cerebral palsy and fetal alcohol syndrome. Did drugs and alcohol cause cerebral palsy? Yes and no. It's yes because alcohol is what causes his brain injuries. And no because there's a chance he could have had it either way, but drinking 100% intensified all that we're seeing with Junior now, which is why he is regressing. Also, his voice is high-pitched due to his vocal cords not having the ability to completely close. And I wrote back, I said, oh no, this makes me so mad. Can he live a normal life if she gets him help, like walking, talking, eating, reading, and attending school and stuff? And she said, yes, but probably not as it would have been because she's waited so late to get early intervention, which is so important. He may not be able to walk unassisted, but with time and dedication, he will definitely be able to do most things that people without disabilities do. And I said, all we have to help the poor kid. And I told her which sister I talked to, and she said some of the same things. I said, I talked to Chrisean's sister Chasity too, and she said some of the same things you have said. How do I know you are a trustworthy source? And how do I know that I could trust you? Do you mind if I post these? She said, well, she has the money to sue if she's rich, right? If I'm lying, she can do anything. You could post my identity if it comes out that I'm lying, but I'm not lying. The medical records that leaked are real too. You can post it, but keep me anonymous, please, because I don't want any issues. I just want to see baby Chrisean loved correctly. And then I was blocked. Those people don't need that baby because they've been aware of all of this. They've been aware that this child having all of these issues have been being abused. Even Chasity stated that he needed his diaper change when she was there, and Chrisean kept telling her he didn't need his diaper change. He has skin breakdown, which is why she be flipping up on live saying, oh, he bled through his diaper. He's bleeding because of the rash. Let me see. I think I skipped over DM. Hold on. Let me find it.
Yeah, take your time. Take your time.
Okay. Junior did have the surgery for the hernia because a lot of people think because Tessa said that, not Tessa, Tareen said that the hernia wasn't addressed. The hernia was addressed. This person said what wasn't addressed or what hasn't been addressed as of yet is his genitalia is still ascended. His little, I don't want to be graphic, but his testicles are still ascended. They have not descended. She was supposed to come back and get these things fixed.
Absolutely,
that
yes.
causes pain within him. Not only does that cause pain, I looked it up. If she doesn't get that fixed, he'll need a catheter for the rest of his life. Mm-hmm. Those people do not need to get Junior. There is something else. I don't want to say it on live because I do feel like they all watch this. They all watch it.
Yeah.
And I don't want my left hand knowing what my right hand is doing. Yeah. I don't want them to get ahead. And this he's going on 3. When he gets school age, then what?
Yeah.
His body.
No, I have your number and I have you programmed and I'm gonna call you.
Guys, that was hard to listen to. All right. The alcohol made it worse. The alcohol is what causes the brain injury. Remember the cortical visual impairment? Doesn't necessarily mean that he's blind, but remember, she had an STI, chlamydia. They told her don't have a natural birth. Because of the outbreak, it could affect his vision. So we don't know how that affected his vision. We don't know how it affected his vision. His vocal cords cannot completely close. That is where the high pitch comes in. He doesn't have cry-do chat. He has severe cerebral palsy and fetal alcohol syndrome. Because she was drinking like she was in a drinking contest and she was going to win $1.1 million if she stayed drunk for the whole time she was creating a whole life. I mean, she was drinking and cussing and God knows what else, like a sailor. Okay? A sailor on leave. The war was won. Like, early intervention was so important. He still can do it, right? But it was early intervention that would have made the difference. She missed that mark. She missed that boat. That was missed. But that doesn't mean he can't walk and talk and eat and go to school and things like that. But he will probably now need assistance. They're even saying that he might need a catheter. Now, if you guys have not seen the picture of his hernia, you might want to go on over there and see exactly. And remember, somebody leaked. Remember, they said when she changed him on a sink one time and they were looking and he had blood in his diaper or he was bleeding. Y'all remember that? If you don't, I know you remember her saying it. You got to.
He blooded up. Why I say blood? He pooped through the. That's how close again. He blooded up. Why I say blood? He pooped through the. That's how close again. He blooded up. Why I say blood? He pooped through the. That's how close again. He blooded up. Why I say blood? He.
Yeah. Let's not forget that. But she clearly says that she talked to Chasity and someone else. Now, I don't know if it was another sister. I don't know who it was that she talked to. Now, that person, she said, well, you can say my name if you need to, because blah, 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 blah. Right? That sounds just like something Tessa would say. But we don't know for sure, but we do know she talked to Chasity. Okay. Now, what I wanted to say is, remember when I said that it is like somebody from the family, somebody from their past. I think it might be even the flies on the wall, like the children that be in the background, that be hearing everything that the parents are saying and blase, blase, blase. You know how I run my mouth. But I want you guys to watch this video because this simply paints a picture of what I'm talking about. Now, I want to get this clear before we even get into this. I'm not saying that this specific person is the one that's dropping all the tea. All right? I'm not saying this is the one with the loaded pistol. But what I am saying is what I've already said. Okay. They probably come on Instagram, they come on Twitter, they come with an alias. Some people call it a burner account, some people call it a Finsta account. Okay. Call it what you want. These are the flies on the wall that's dropping the tea, okay, and making us clutch our invisible motherfucking pearls. All right. And you know, we don't know everything that's happened behind closed doors, right? We do not have the medical records. We do not have the CPS files. But when thousands of people independently express concern about a child's well-being, we're not hating. Concern for a child is not bullying, people. Okay? Now, let's go ahead and get into this because I have a video that I caught today alive, and Chasity was on her live. And while she was on her live doing her hair, it was somebody in the chat that was saying, hey, auntie, hi, I love you, I miss you, auntie, hey, whatever, right? So Chasity is like, oh, hey, nephew, but she's, trying to get her little hair. She's doing her hair and stuff. And she, enjoying her live, talking to her people that's on her live or whatever, you know what I'm saying, getting into whatever. And this person, which I assume is her nephew, one of her nephews. And remember, I just did the story on one of the nephews who was hospitalized, mentally held at the hospital, remember? Because they went off, they started threatening the staff. And eventually they were admitted, allegedly. Remember, we just did that story yesterday, okay? But that's what made me think of this, right? So let me go ahead and show you this, all right? Let me go ahead and show you this. Hold on, y'all. Let me bring this up for you guys. And like I said, she's doing her hair, and he's like, "Hey, auntie, da 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 da. Okay, I miss you. I miss you. No, no, I love you. I miss you." Right? Happy to see his auntie. And then he asks, "Can I come up and talk to you? Can you add me? I need to really, really talk to you. Can you add me? Whatever." So she's doing her thing. She goes back and forth a couple of times, and she's like, "Okay, let me add you, nephew. Let me go ahead and add you." And this is what happened. Okay, hold on. Let me show you guys so you guys can see. Now, when you look at the name, you wouldn't think anything of it. It's not like it says, can't guard Petey or Chrisean Rock or, Jesus Porter or Chasity Still Standing or Tessa Malone, something that's really associated to who they are, like part of their name or what they stand for. You understand what I'm saying? It wasn't really personal. Now, I don't know if this is his nickname or not. We're talking about a nephew. Okay, so obviously we're talking about a young person. All right, let's just put it like that. Let's go ahead and get into this so you guys can see exactly what happened. Now, it's no monumental conclusion or anything like that, but I am trying to make a point. So just work with me here. Okay, work with me. Go ahead and take a look at this, you guys.
Auntie, I love you. I miss you, Auntie.
Oh, baby, I miss you more.
I miss you, Auntie. I miss you. When can I come over, please?
Why you ain't been come?
You owe Diamond. You got an ex Diamond. I miss you, Auntie.
I miss you more.
I want you to meet somebody.
What are you doing?
Nothing. I'm over my other aunt house. My grandma's house, actually. I'm missing you.
I miss you more. What you do for Valentine's Day?
I ain't do nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want you to meet somebody, Auntie.
Okay, go ahead, put them on there.
And me? Yeah. What's her name? Auntie Cassie. Auntie Cassie. Oh, hi.
Hi, how you doing? Oh, you pretty, mama.
Thank you. Yeah, she watched Betty. She a big fan of Chrisean. I Or your sister. Chrisean and Chasity. Yeah. I was watching Betty. She didn't believe you was my aunt, so.
Oh, it's okay.
You his aunt for real? Yes. All three of them?
Why do y'all do that to people?
Exactly. This is my aunt. Blood. Why you so happy? Auntie.
Okay, so you see how the nephew joined Chastity's live, and he wanted to prove that she was really his auntie because that would mean that Tasiki and Chrisean were his auntie. You see where the fame factor comes in at? Okay, literally they're looked at as stars, as famous people. Okay, in the eyes of the nephew, he's like, yeah, that's really, really my auntie. And the young girl was like, all three of them? Right? She's a fan. She's actually a fan of the baddies. She's a fan of Chrisean Rock, and she's a fan of Taseki. And the nephew's probably like, oh, no, for real, they that's my auntie. She probably like, no, they not. He was like, look, one of my aunties is live now. This is Chrisean and Taseki's sister Chasity. And she probably like, that ain't your auntie. And so he's in the comments, as y'all can see, like, hey, auntie. If y'all see right here, it says, can I join to talk to you? He says that a few times. So he wants to prove to his friend that these are really my aunties. Chrisean is my auntie, Chasity is my auntie, and Chasity is my auntie. Right? I mean, he probably has seen Chrisean go live. Maybe she doesn't answer him in the chat. I don't know. I'll be looking for him now. I don't know if that's his nickname. It seems like just a Finsta account. You know, when they give you a certain name, they add the little numbers at the end. Seems like a pretty blank account. It's not really personalized. We would have never known that that was her, you know, nephew. But then again, that might be his nickname. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But when he first started talking, she was like, "Hey, nephew, how are you?" So I guess, I don't know. She knew. She knew that this was her nephew. And so you see him trying to prove that these are my aunties. And she's like, "God, I'm a big fan of Chasity and Chrisean." And then she's like, "You're his auntie?" And she's like, "Yeah." She's like, "All three of them?" So you guys see the dynamic that they have and the impact that they have on the next generation, the children of this family. You see that. This is kind of what Ronnie was explaining to us. Remember how they was like, everybody looks at her like this. Remember how when Ronnie was saying that, how they look at Chrisean? My point is, that's who it be that be filling the tea. They be having a regular name like this. I told y'all, we would have never known who it was. I'm suspecting that they're related to, like, no, you would have never said that. If we wouldn't have had this moment, we would have never known that that was her nephew with a name like this. So I think my point has been proven. Let's hear the rest of the video and we're going to get out of here because what? Let me get over into the comments too because what? What?
Hi.
Hi, how you doing? Are you pretty, mama?
Thank you. Yeah, she watched Betty. She a big fan of Chrisean. Oh, your sister. Chrisean and Chasity. Yeah. I was watching Betty. She didn't believe you was my aunt, so.
Oh, it's okay.
You his aunt for real? Yes. All three of them?
Why do y'all do that to people?
Exactly. This is my aunt. Blood. Why you so happy? Auntie, I miss you.
I miss you more, baby. I really came in here for a second to get off, and you just came on here, and I gotta get off of here.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay. Love you.
I love you too. Bye-bye.
All right, now. Oh, Shay, cousin, I did it, girl. Now, let me figure this out. I'm finna take a picture for you and send it to you and show you that I did it. You told me to cut it. I cut it. Did I do good? It's the left side. But my phone 5%. I got go. But I'm finna take a picture. I did really good on the left. I don't know about the right side.
So y'all saw that, okay? It's not that hard, y'all. It's not that hard to figure out who's spilling the tea. It's very close to home. Brothers, sisters, misters, nieces, nephews, aunties, cousins, all of them. I wouldn't be surprised if the daddy ain't dropping a few jewels in our laps. Okay? The family that prays together, what? And I don't mean P-R-A-Y. I mean P-R-E-Y. Yes, babes. So y'all let me know what y'all think about everything. Look, we spotted Chrisean Jr. and it don't look like nothing's changed, y'all. We just done got more clarity on the situation. And him being in that church makes me want to think about it and question the whole damn shit show. Okay? The whole damn shit show. All her close friends aren't friends anymore. DJ Sky, Marsh friends. Yep. Yep. She has stayed with exactly 18 pounds. That's what my cat weighs. SMDH. Oh my God. What? NDAs are voided when they are used for criminal acts. I forgot about that. You're damn tootin'. Girl, you're absolutely right. She gets off torturing him. It's so sad, y'all. It really is. Child, my Chihuahua weighs 18 pounds and he's heavy. I have a dog stroller that I take to Piedmont Park. Oh my God. I'm just laughing at you because you're funny. But the situation at hand, I mean, it's not funny. It's not funny at all. Some of you guys are just hilarious. I have to laugh, okay? I have to laugh. Not to mention to find out 3 days her water has broken. Yep. Yep. Yes, I remember both. Yeah, y'all. Y'all remember that? Why they scared of their name being mentioned? Like, what the F? Thank you. Y'all might as well just go and say it. What y'all think gonna happen? Like, so what if that go to jail? We don't give a damn. We trying to save the world, make it a better place. But nah, for real, y'all. Like, really? For real? So, I mean, that's all I got, y'all. Let me see. And you know, most people is doing that shit for clout. Most people is doing that shit for clout. But then, you know, when I looked around, like I said, this whole conversation started when I was looking at them in church and looking at Tessa and everybody that was at church, but like the angle where Chrisean was like in the front row, right? She in the damn front row, and you damn near got to look at her to look at the damn reverend, the pastor. And I was just thinking, like, honestly, I start thinking about the church and just people in general. Just people in general, y'all. Just people in general. You know, I decided to scroll, and that's what I saw. That's what I saw. What really gets me is the fan defense cycle. It reminds me of like a political stand culture where no matter what happens, there's always a pivot. She's doing the best she can, right? She's gonna win. She's misunderstood. You know, she's dropping out for her son. Like, do we really think that she is there for Junior like she should be? Some people are even saying she might drop out of the fight. I don't know. She may not make it through with the boxing. We really don't care. Because if she does, she's just going to drop a narrative like, you know, God told her not to fight. And if you question it, you're attacking her faith. It's so predictable. It really is. You know? I mean, we don't want to present rumors as facts. But the pattern recognition that we see in everything that I show you, that's fair commentary, okay? Because if this is so overwhelming and it's so bullying, why keep going live? Why keep streaming? Why keep monetizing this chaos? Nobody is forcing a live button to be pressed, like I tell you all the time. And here's the uncomfortable truth, because the camera has become part of the child's environment, right? And some people say, like me, you know, at least we see him. That's what brought us here today, right? I'm like, oh, I spotted. We see Chrisean Jr. And that's the wild part. Viewers feel like live stream is the only accountability system in place. That's all we got. That shouldn't be the case. A camera should not be what reassures the public, what reassures us that the child is okay. It's a damn shame. What do you want from us? Right? And we don't know. I mean, we don't know what happens behind closed doors. We don't know what's happening. We don't have the medical records. We do not have the CPS files. But when thousands of people, like I say, have the same sentiment and see the same thing, there's something to that. Anyways, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here because I know it feels like criticism, it instantly flips into, she's being attacked, she's the victim, but the only person who truly doesn't have a voice in the situation, the fuck, is the child. And that's who people are reacting for. Do you get it? Do you got it? Is it good? Not clicks, not clout, not hate, concern. Here's my question, okay? At what point does protecting a child outweigh protecting a brand? And you just heard the medical professional speak. You just saw what we got from strictly from the conversation of Sean Davy Way. Because that's how I got on over to what I got on over to. I let y'all hear it. Thank you guys for dropping your thoughts. Drop your thoughts below respectfully. Okay? No threats, no doxing, no harassment. Just pure perspective. If you believe children deserve stability over spectacle, say something. Like this video, share it, subscribe for a real conversation, right? Not blind standing. We're no stands over here, okay? Not a smear campaign. Get it right. Because when it comes to the kids, silence shouldn't be the answer. It shouldn't be your default, all right? Accountability should, all right? And if we're going to be the bad guys, we'll be the bad guys. I'll be the bad guy, all right? I'll be the bad guy. Thank you guys for joining me. I will be back with another live, y'all, okay? I will be back with another live. Exactly, girl. She ain't the only blogger. It's facts. Tessa sold the video. Ooh, see? See what I'm talking about? See what I'm talking about? You said, thank you for getting me up to speed. It can get a little confusing with all the different clowns in the circus. Yep. The family is something real. Yes, y'all. Flat ironing my hair, and my nephew joined her live. Flat ironing her hair, and her nephew joined her live. Yeah. Y'all. Thank you guys for helping me in the chat. Shout out to my mods, my members, my VIPs. You guys grab your membership. Thank you so much for supporting this platform, y'all. And we're out of here, okay? Like I said, I will be back with another video. Until next time, America. Let me give a shout out to everybody that's in the chat, though. Hold on. Let me give a shout out to y'all. Yeah, I just threw that in there because I caught Chasity live. I just thought that was interesting to bring to y'all because I always say it, but I never was able to show y'all. And now I'm able to show y'all. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. But yeah, y'all, we will be back for another video. And I'll be back live, you guys. All right. Until next time, America.
We're not gonna. You need people like me. You're not good. You just know how to hide, how to lie. Me, I don't have that problem. Me, I always tell the truth, even when I lie. So say good night to the bad guy. Come on. The last time you're gonna see a bad guy like this again, let me tell you. Come on. Make way for the bad guy. There's a bad guy coming through. Better get out of his way.
Junior. I mean, you said that. I know at one point you said she was a bad mom. Do you feel that way still?
You feel me? I said what I said. I can't take back what I said. But you feel me? This is daddy need to go get him, and you know, I wish the best for the baby. You feel me? He's not a baby, a toddler. I wish the best for the kid. You feel me? I like him my damn self. He was, you feel me? He a nice little boy. You feel me? I love him myself. But he just need the right support and love. You feel me? I got kids. I got an autistic son myself. You feel me? So I understand. So it's just like you just need the right love, but it ain't you know.
Okay, you said so the baby should go back to Blueface is what you're saying, maybe or something.
Tell the mom get her mind right. She just needs the right love and support around her. So tell Chrisean, mind is straight. In my opinion, if it was my baby mama, I'll get my baby.
Junior doesn't have a car seat. Junior doesn't have a stroller, to my understanding. They was walking around Arundel Mills Mall for 5 hours on Black Friday. They was holding Junior the whole time. They were driving in that video that you seen. Yeah. Do you know that if somebody hit that car from the back, you know what could have happened to that baby?
Why is she like so like irresponsible with the baby?
Let me tell you this. Some people gotta be blessed for the houses they come up from. Chrisean family, they not rat too tight. You get what I'm saying? So you gotta think of it like this. Chrisean is the baby of her family, but all of her sisters look at her like this. And I'm talking about her big sisters. Her big sisters, her big brothers, they look at Chrisean like this. And Chrisean is, what is Chrisean to us? She's a baby, right? She's immature, right?
Right.
So she's a child in an adult body, but she's not being held accountable because she's famous, because she make empty promises, so on and so forth. So people disregard what they see, but I'm gonna be honest, it stems from her childhood, the way she was raised. I'm not gonna speak on her mother, I'm not gonna speak on her father. However, if she was living with me at the age of 17, that should tell you everything you need to know about her family. You understand what I'm saying? So she lacks a foundation of a good home. She lacks an understanding of what a mother is. You get what I'm saying? So that's why you see her doing the things that she's doing. She never had that baby with the intention of being a mother. She had that baby with the intention of.
So this is how I go. So somebody asked me how you deal with a liar, a person that just repeatedly lie about everything. Like they lie about where they at, they lie about where they been, they lie about where they came from, they lie about where their mama stay, they lie about where their homeboy stay, where their homegirl stay, all that. They just lie for no reason. But you really care about that person, like you really into that person. You've been dating this person for like 5 to 6 months, and you just you see that the cycles of lies, it just continue. How can you build that person? Me personally, This is my theory, y'all. I'm just telling you about me. I'm not finna try to build nobody like that. I personally finna get the fuck from around me, because if I can't trust you to just tell me where you at, or, you know, because being personally, I'm not even finna ask you. You know, if we have a casual conversation and I hear, you know, noise in the background, I mean, be like, oh, where you at, baby? You straight, you good, whatever, however, and they just continuously lie or just lie for no reason. That's a red flag right there. You can't even keep a G with me, so how I'm gonna trust you to even try to build with you? I'm not. From me to you, if you feel like you want to build up, you're going to kind of drive yourself crazy in a sense, because you're going to always keep that third eye open. You're going to always be like, well, is this person lying about this, lying about that? What is they really telling the truth? It's like you ain't going to really ever be able to get comfortable with.
Perfectly fine. Everything is 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 perfectly fine. I can say it so many times. Ain't shit okay. Ain't shit fine. You see how I just try to did you see how I just try to convince myself? Shout out to my VIPs, and I'll see you on the next video.